What's up? What's up? We good? Let's vibe. What up, Cowboys Nation? Hopefully everyone's good. What's today? Wednesday? Wednesday? Early in the morning. Opening up my phone. I'm here, right? What up? What up? What up? We live. We good. We good. What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's my guy Ty Church. What's going on with you, broski? Just vibing, bro. Just vibing. Ain't no belly. I worry about my welfare. Sabon way up to the most days. Bonjour to the most paid. So as my dough straight, I put the wifey in some Dolce chains on my like me J. Cole. What's up, everybody? What's up, Johnny? What's going on, everybody? Actually, Ty, bro, I don't know why you ain't got a ratchet. Hold on. I say, goddamn, hold your head. You hold your head. I see my clouds at the window. Sun's gonna shine on its way. Hey, let's see. Why Dylan Sampson reminds me of D'Angelo Williams. I can see it. I can see that, man. I can see that a little bit in Dylan Sampson. Like I said, y'all know me. I'm not much of a comps guy. And the reason why I tell people I don't do comps, because let's say, for instance, I say I watch film and Genty reminds me a lot of Emmett Smith, right? Emmett Smith or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something crazy, right? Then the entire time that I watch him, I'm already looking for Emmett Smith. You see what I'm saying? So my analysis gets jaded. So me personally, like I'm a horrible comps guy. 'Cause people are like, oh, Tuck, does he remind you of this or remind me of that guy? Um, Personally, I don't do like comps. I kind of go feels, right? If a player feels like another player I scouted, then I'll say that. But I really don't do a lot of comps, just to be honest with y'all. I hope the Cowboys go get the big wide receiver 65. Um, at 65. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. My God, the lunatic, what's going on with you, bro? Think Dallas goes cornerback at 12. I feel like 12 might be too rich, but it might put us in a situation where they might have to. I feel like with the Cowboys are putting themselves in a situation. Let me pause this, J. Cole. I'm saying I'm James from J. Cole. I'm sitting here locking in some bets, man, locking in some plays. You know what I'm saying? Got March Madness coming up. So I'm over here locking in some bets, getting some money, man. So I just took not March Madness, but it was Pelicans versus Timberwolves. Took the Timberwolves first quarter money line, and I took the Thunder first quarter money line. Little parlay, put that together, and we're gonna make it work. What's up, sis? Yeah, I had a good vacation. I wouldn't say relaxing. It was a different vacation. It was a different vacation than me and my wife typically do. Because typically, y'all know we go to like a beach, right? Beach, whether it's Aruba or Turks and Caicos or you name it, somewhere like in the Caribbean. But we want to kind of do something a little different. Kind of get out something quick because she has to really get back to work. So that's why we came back so short notice. But went to Orlando. She's a huge, huge Disney fan. She loves Disney. She's damn near worse than the kids at Disney. Me personally, I'm not much of a Disney person. Like all the stuff I like at Disney, like my Disney movies, they really don't have a lot. Like The Sword and the Stone, like that's one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid. Robin Hood was one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid. Of course, The Lion King, but that's not really there. Five O Goes West. Like, so a lot of the Disney movies, like I really watch coming up, is really not on display at Disney World. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm kind of cool on it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. But that's more for her. But she enjoys, her movie is Beauty and the Beast. Like my wife loves Beauty and the Beast. She loves Belle. Hell, our wedding colors were Beauty and the Beast colors. Like she's a Beauty and the Beast addict. So for her, Disney was like eye opening, right? But we've been there like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? We took my kids have been to Disney like 4 or 5 times now. So for me, it's just like, okay, I kind of did it all. But they have this new Tron ride, y'all. I never rode this Tron ride at Disney, but it was dope because Disney doesn't have a lot of thrill rides, but this Tron ride, it was fire. You know what I'm saying? It was fire, the Tron ride. So Tron ride was kind of fire, but then the next day we went to Universal and that's more my speed, man. So we had the VIP access at Universal, rode the Velocicoaster. If you never rode the Velocicoaster, if you're a thrill junkie like myself, you must go to Universal. You must ride the Velocicoaster. Like you must ride that roller coaster if you love thrill rides. Like it's insane. Funny story about the Velocicoaster before we get to the Cowboy stuff. So my good friend, but my lifelong friend, probably since, well, funny, we wasn't friends to begin with because high school, right? But known him since we were kids, right? And we went to Universal. He has never rode a roller coaster ever in his life, like no roller coaster at all, right? So he's afraid of heights, like typical, right? So he doesn't deal with roller coasters at all. And I was like, listen, bro, you got to get on a roller coaster. So we walked past the Hawk. He was like, hell no, Tuck. Ain't no way you get me on that, right? So we're walking through Universal, and I saw the Velocicoaster, and I was like, listen, bro, look at it. It's not even that high. It's in Jurassic Park world. There's a bunch of little kids getting on it. I promise you, dog, it's probably not that intense. Now, I'd never been on it before, but I thought it was like a little kiddie roller coaster. It's like, all right, bro, I'm gonna do it with you, right? So we went through the solo single ride line. So I go on, and then he goes on. So I'm sitting next to this lady, and I'm kind of talking to her, while we're getting seated up. And then she was like, "Oh, I was like, yeah, with my friend." I'm like, "He's actually never rode a roller coaster before. This is his first one, so I want to kind of start him off small to maybe, kind of build his stamina up so he can get ready for the big roller coaster." And she says, "So he never rode a roller coaster before?" I was like, "Nah, he never been on one before." She's like, "And this is the first roller coaster you put him on?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, this is the worst roller coaster in the entire park." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Oh, you haven't been on this one?" I was like, "No, I haven't." She's like, "This is," and by the time like the Velocicoaster, y'all, it just goes. Like it's no like, how some roller coasters kind of go up slowly and build the anticipation. Hell no, you go in this tunnel, these lights get dark, one, two, three, and you out of there, and you just holding on for dear life. Man, my friend, he was done. He was done. He was over it. He was like, I am never getting on anything else with you ever again, bro. But I was like, listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen, bro, that's the worst roller coaster in the park. You should be all right now. You know what I'm saying? He was done. Like that roller coaster is intense. So if you want to ride an intense roller coaster, Universal Velocicoaster, but they also had this Hagrid's motorbike, and I never rode that. I never rode it ever before. I passed it numerous times at Universal. I even knew it existed. Finally, I found it, and everyone's like, I was like, why is everyone waiting for this ride? Right? It was like 110-minute wait. I was like, why is everyone waiting for this little Harry Potter ride? And I looked at it on YouTube. I was like, that's kind of whack. But I was like, listen, we didn't road everything. So I told my wife, we might as well just stay in line and get on it. Hey, that ride was fire too. So the Hawk at Universal, the Hagrid's motorbike ride at Universal, Velocicoaster at Universal. I like the Jurassic Park ride, but you're gonna get wet. So you too old. We don't want to be wet and stanky all day. The Jurassic Park ride, the Spider-Man ride's my favorite. Transformers. You know what I'm saying? So Universal is definitely my spot, man. But that Velocicoaster, it is different. So I see a lot of people. My guy Nate's talking about it. I think my guy Ty asked the question. So, what do I think of Tech T Mac? I think he's a good wide receiver. I can see why he can be wide receiver one. And I did the film breakdown on the channel, so definitely go check that out. Me personally, you guys know I'm a Big 12 guy. I scout the Big 12 heavily. That's the division or the conference I cover. The pro day is today, I think, right? Or it might be tomorrow or this weekend, right? But anyway, love the Big 12. That's home to me. So I've seen Tet a lot. And y'all, this kid is phenomenal. Like he's really phenomenal. He can do a lot of different things. He gets knocked as kind of being because what's happening right now in football, if you look across the board, the big 6'4s, the 6'5 wide receivers, they're now not being attractive, right? A lot of scouts, a lot of analysts now like the shiftier Z guys. So, the Zay Flower types and, those types of guys, as a wide receivers. But the big guys still got something to say. And I feel like when it comes to Tet, the everything is off the charts. The measurables, the size, the hands. I mean, the routes that you're going to ask him to run, he's more than effective at running those routes. You're going to ask him to run crossers. You're going to ask him to run slants and hitches and comebacks and maybe a slug go here and there and it's ultimately a go ball, right? Back shoulder face. You're not going to have him running darts and arrows and zigs and all these crazy routes. When people say, "Well, look at his route tree," I'm like, bro, he's an X wide receiver, so you're not going to ask him to run these routes. Now, I will say this. If we didn't have a wide receiver at all, I would probably be a little hesitant when it comes to Ted because, okay, is he a pure wide receiver one at the NFL level? I don't know. I feel like when it comes to a lot of these wide receivers, that could be the question mark, right? Um, but we don't have those problems, y'all. We don't have these problems. So I feel like these narratives when it comes to Tet, especially amongst Cowboys fans, is oh no. I love Tet. I love T Mac, but make no mistakes about it. CeeDee Lamb is our wide receiver number one. We need a wide receiver number two. And I feel like there is no film, there is no analytics, there is nothing that anyone can show me is that T Mac would not make a great wide receiver number two opposite of CeeDee Lamb. And he's an instant upgrade of what we had. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in my last video, CeeDee Lamb and Dak got on the phone and called Cooper Kupp for a reason. They know. They know he needs some help. We know he needs some help. And it's no knock to Jalen Tolbert. It's no knock to Brandon Cooks. It's no knock to Cavante Turpin or Jonathan Mingo or hell, Paris Campbell or whoever the hell we're talking about in Dallas. But if you grab T Mac at 12, he is immediate upgrade over all of them. Period. And I will fight tooth and nail with anybody who wants to argue that T Mac isn't an instant upgrade. And I don't understand why Cowboys fans don't want to improve our weaponry when it comes to our offense. We just saw Higgins and Chase both get extensions. Higgins, Chase, Waddle, Hill, Brown, Smitty, you know, the list goes on with these wide receivers are having these duos. Why can't we have a duo? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we have a duo when it comes to our wide receiver core? That's what I don't understand. So for me, I would love to add T Mac, or if you give me a Mecca Ibuka, I'm not splitting hairs. So let's say, for instance, it's not T Mac and it's the Mecca Ibuka, or it's Luther Burden who I like. If you put them opposite of CeeDee Lamb or Matthew Golden, I'm not complaining. But you need to do someone that really has the opportunity to put stress on a defense, especially as of right now with not knowing who our running back is, right? Because let's say for instance, the Cowboys give a gut punch to all of us and we don't draft a running back. So if you have Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders and Deuce Vaughn or whoever, and you don't go get another wide receiver that's a threat, oh, we gonna triple team CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? We gonna triple team CeeDee Lamb for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go out there and get a real serious threat when it comes to our offense. And I'm all about just making life easier on Dak Prescott. I know some people don't want to hear that, but I don't want Dak having to be the hero in order for our offense to thrive. I want that to no longer be the case. I want it, not that he can't, but it's just too efficient, right? That's not an efficient way to win games. There's one quarterback that can really play hero ball and can win you games, and that's Pat Mahomes. And we all saw how that translated out in the Super Bowl. You got to do too much. So for Dak, I want to make life easier on Dak Prescott, and I feel like weaponry would be the case. Now I know there was a show the other day. Salutes all the content creators that was on it. I missed it, but the argument was between offensive guard, I believe, and a wide receiver weapon. And listen, love everybody. The people that's on that panel, I know they do extensive work and research. There's no argument for an offensive guard over a weapon. Like there's no there's no argument that can really be had, because even if you want to look at it from that standpoint, one, we just resigned Brock Hoffman. Two, we still have TJ Bass. And three, our offensive line coach from Kansas State even talked about moving Cooper Beebe back to his natural position. So we are more solidified at guard in the interior. Now, if you want to say left tackle, maybe, okay, I can kind of hear it. But would the Cowboys be able to throw away Tyler Guyton already that quickly? I don't think that's going to be the case. So for me personally, if you're really wanting to boost this offense and get in win now mode, is going to have to be wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, however you want to go about it. We need to get better at wide receiver. We need to get better at running back, period. And that's just the way to kind of go about it. Hey, sis, go ahead and get that eagle out there. All right? We heard you the first time, broski. See here. Yeah, I believe the Cowboys' game plan for the draft is to get either an offensive weapon or a DT in round 1 or 2. Mark my words. I can see that. I mean, it's setting up that you're going to have to get a weapon unless they are going to have this negligence and go out there once again and be like, "Oh, we're fine." I know we brought in some guys, but I feel like when it comes to those, that's exactly what it is. It's just some guys. I feel like we really need to upgrade at these positions, wide receiver and also the running back room. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. Let me lock in this bet real quick. I'm gonna show y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all how we do, right? How sports betting really ain't even about. Oh, it's gone. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see. About knowing sports. I'm about to bet on tennis, and I don't even watch tennis like that. Um, but sometimes you gotta get what you can get. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, I would think that that would be the case where you have to kind of go out there and get you a weapon to help this Dallas Cowboys offense. Now, I see defensive tackle. When it comes to defensive tackle, you have to let me know what kind of tackle are you speaking about, right? Because you just signed Osa to a team friendly, but it was still a high deal, right? So if you sign Osa, he's going to be your perennial three. Are you looking for a big physical nose tackle? Or are you looking for a rotational three to toss in there with Osa? That's going to be the conversation piece. I feel like this defensive tackle class is extremely deep, and I feel like a lot of quality guys are going to slide. So me personally, I would make a drastic move at 12 for defensive tackle. I know a lot of people bring up Mason Graham. I mean, I have no problems with Mason Graham, but one, I don't think he's fallen to 12. Two, I I don't it doesn't, you know. Demetrius Knight out of South Carolina, love him. I'm actually going to do his film actually soon. So I've been talking about him on Twitter. Like I said, y'all, I've been avoiding the film kind of with college because one, YouTube hates me when I do it. But two, I feel like it wasn't being appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, I'm not doing all this film study and breaking down all these players and prospects where what I'm saying? I'm not doing all that, and I'm not gonna waste my time where it wasn't being respected. So for me personally, I kind of chilled on the college film for a little bit. Maybe we'll pick it back up. But I'm saying I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking this bet real quick. Lucian. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Uh, uh, uh. Let's see. Hold on. I think it's gone. I think it's gone. Getting ready to bet on this tennis, but it's gone. All right. But yeah, let's see here. So yeah, I like Demetrius Knight. We'll probably get into the film. I might start making film quick, maybe like 4 to 5 plays. Like I said, I'm not doing all the extra because it just wasn't being appreciated. I was like, I ain't gonna waste my time. So we'll cook there. But I like Demetrius Knight. Mozzie is not good enough. Mozzie not producing as expected. Mozzie's not a bust. Hell, Mozzie had 41 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 5.5 tackles for losses, good numbers for one tech. So that's the thing. When it comes to like a player like Mozzie, right? Mozzie always, y'all, was going to be a project. It was always going to be a project. And so I just think that that's what people have to remember. That's what people have to remember when it comes to Mozzie. I mean, we did the film session on Mozzie. A lot of things that were showing on the film in college is still showing until today, right? Now, I feel like the second year he did improve, and I feel like next year he can improve, but is he going to be what we need? I always been preaching we need to draft our weapons and buy our trenches. That's where I'm at. Go buy you a veteran, physical, nasty defensive tackle who's been playing against grown men for the last 7 or 8 years. Like you can bring some of the people that you had back. You know, there was some guys that had some impact. Can't think of his name. He came from Cincy, the defensive tackle that we got. It's right there in front of my face. But he played well. Came over with Zim from Cincy. I forgot his name. But like I feel like there are some veteran guys out there that can have an instant impact. Think about what we no, it wasn't Hankins. It was God dang it. Not Jordan Phillips. Uh, God dang, what's his name? It's gonna hit. It's gonna someone in the chat will know it. Um, Linville Joseph. Bam, lunatic. There we go. Yeah. So Linville Joseph. What's up, L Rock? Yeah, Linville Joseph. So I feel like Linville Joseph played well. Like I feel like there were some guys that we kind of brought in later that did have some upside potential. I feel like if you're gonna look for like an interior guy, you're probably going to need more of those. You need more of those. So I wouldn't mind it. Maybe go find another Hankins like player, like a guy that's been through the fire. If you're leaning on a draft pick to be your anchor of your defense, as if it's a tackle, as a rookie, it really doesn't happen often. My guy, Braden Fisk out of Florida State. Like he had a good year. But y'all remember like Byron Murphy played well last year, but it's not the impact that a lot of people are looking for, especially at the one tech, right? And it really comes down to Eberflus's scheme. And we're gonna break that down, whether it's gonna be a one gap, two gap scheme, how that all kind of works out. 'Cause I really want to teach you guys that. So we'll do a lot of that content this summer, but it really comes down to what his style of play is and what his vision is for our defensive line. So I would personally hold off on defensive tackle. I would say wide receiver, running back. I wouldn't be opposed to corner. I would understand it, even though I'd be kind of but I would understand corner. And then I would also understand if we just went with the high motor edge guy that's disruptive or linebacker. Those, and I'm gonna make a video on that, like, because I feel like there's a lot of players that Cowboys fans aren't considering that y'all really need to prepare yourselves for just in case, right? Because I don't want you guys sitting there on draft day and be like, Jahai Campbell or Jalen Walker, my guy, Jalen Walker. Oh, I can't believe it. Like there's gonna be some players out there that I think the Cowboys are very high on. They're just not being talked about. Now, right now, I'm kind of mad, but I kind of love it that Daniel Jeremiah and also Mel Kiper has mocked Amari and Hampton to the Dallas Cowboys, but they be wrong as hell, so I can pretty much just cancel that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Mel Kiper got a mock to us, it ain't happening. Like, Mel Kiper got Tyler Guyton last year, like 3 nights before the draft. Okay, cool. But right now, I ain't paying Mel Kiper any attention. I'm not paying Mel any attention. Hold up, y'all. 1 second here. We're gonna go Toronto Maple Leafs. We're gonna go plus 0.5 first quarter. And I'm saying we multitasking, but we're gonna get to the money, man. All March Madness, we are going to get to the money. Toronto Maple Leafs, bang, bang, bang. Let's see where hold on. Maple Leafs quarter. Game props quarters. No, where it is. Let's see here. Hold on, let me find the quarters. Yeah, so Maple Leafs suck. That's what I'm saying. But like I said, bro, I don't even watch. I mean, I watch hockey a little bit. But let me see here. What is it? Minus 195. And then we're gonna do bang, 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 bang. Hold on. All right, cool. All right, bang. So yeah, Maple Leafs suck. Like I said, the way I sports bet, y'all, I don't even watch half this stuff that I bet on. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very strategic, sharp. I watch sit here, got line moving over here, got my bets ready. Normally I do it on my other computer, but I just want to chill. But I watch line movement, and if I see a line I like, I snipe it and I get on about my business. I'm not watching any of this tonight. You know. Um, so let's see here. I hope the Cowboys draft a fast running back. What's up, Jeff? Man, I hope he's get a good running back. He doesn't have to be fast, right? You don't have to be fast. Um, DeBontron, Cam Scatterbo would be a good draft pick. Me personally, I'm just not a fan. I'm breaking everyone's table and TV if they go offensive line. Oh, bro, if they go offensive line, bro, I'm just gonna be like, I quit. Like I quit. Like, you know what I'm saying? With the Cowboys draft offensive line, I'm just gonna be like, y'all got it, man. Like, it just is what it is. But how many years from Tyler Smith to Tyler Guyton? You got Cooper Beebe, you signed Terrence Steele, you just re-signed Brock Hoffman, you got Awesome Richards. I mean, you traded Amari Cooper away and got what's his name? Oh hell, I forgot his name. You went and got Josh Ball in the same draft. Like, how much resources are you going to put into the Dallas Cowboys offensive line? And yeah, I see the Tyler Booker conversation. Like I said, though, I feel like we're already good enough at guard. I feel like we're good enough at guard. Like I said, if they move Cooper Beebe over to guard, I'm not losing any sleep, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not losing any sleep when it comes to our offense interior. So me personally, I would like to go out there and just get some weaponry. Or hell, go get the offensive lineman. And what will happen is they'll still rush 4 and they'll still drop 7 and take all of your options away from you. They'll still take all of your options away from you. So I just I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it, right? And for if I'm a guy and I'm Marty Schottenheimer or Brian Schottenheimer, you know what I'm saying? If I'm Brian Schottenheimer, you don't have time to be trying to build something long term, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Shotty. You probably got 2 years to get some momentum. If not, your replacement is going to be in effect, right? So you don't have time to be wasting time and sitting around and drafting an offensive lineman and letting him go to the lumps and maybe in 2 to 3 years he'll pan out. You don't have that time, Shotty. You don't have that time. Like, that. Like, granted, they're saying all the right things. They're letting you pick your staff. They're letting you do all this. Let an attractive name become available. Jared's going to start peeking around, especially if you're not producing. So you don't have time, bro. You better treat right now on this off season and this season is like, this is your window of opportunity. You probably got a 2-year window max. The fans will be out on you, and Jerry will go find somebody else that he's really open to signing. You were just a bridge guy. I hate saying it like that because I don't want to feel like I'm pooing on his opportunity, but let's keep it a buck. Jerry Jones wanted to re-sign Mike McCarthy. They just went back and forth on the deal. Mike McCarthy felt disrespected. Jerry didn't expect him to dip, but he dipped. And then they were scrambling, and they said, you know what? Shit, who else can coach? What about you, bro? You want to run? All right. And they made Brian Schottenheimer the head coach. This was not the guy they really, 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 really wanted. You know what I'm saying? So Brian Schottenheimer needs to go into this season with this approach. I got to get done now. And you drafting an offensive guard that might take 2 to 3 years to go through a learning curve, and then he might grow in 4 years and might be an all-pro. You don't have the time for that. You need instant impact. Where I put this player on the field, I don't have to worry. You put Genty on the field, just give him the ball, right? You put T-Mac on the field, just give him the ball. You put Emeka Ibuka on the field, he just gets open, So you don't have to worry about that. These players are dummy. I used to call it Mike McCarthy dummy proof, but there's dummy proof players in this draft that you need to go get, and you need to go get a whole lot of them, because if you get these players, you got to coach up. You might not even be here to see your seeds come to fruition. So you might need to go get some instant impact guys. I'm hopeful Jackson Dart's either picked by 11 or someone wants him at 12. Jackson Dart's not going that early, y'all. Another front office bad look this offseason. You block a team to talk to your coach, and then you don't sign them. Budley moves. Yeah, that's so that's so I don't even know what to call it, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you didn't want Mike McCarthy technically, but you didn't want him to talk to anybody else. So then you blocked it. So then, like it's just all the games, the egotistical games that the Cowboys play. It's just I think Shotty is a better option than you think. Look at the quality coaching staff he has assembled. I think Shotty has been thinking about this for a long time. I think he should change. I think is to I hope. I hope Shotty's a better option than you think, because you have no definitive proof that any of these guys are going to pan out, right? And I get it. I spoke about this numerous times. As Cowboys fans, we want to be optimistic, but there's going to be a learning curve with Brian Schottenheimer, y'all. It wasn't brain science or rocket science to understand, hey, the Dallas Cowboys are drafting Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton has predominantly played right tackle. He has never played left tackle ever in his life. They're going to convert him over to left tackle. There's going to be a learning curve. Like, that's simplified. Like, it's simple. Like, that's not too complex. It's the same thing when it comes to Brian Schottenheimer. There are going to be some situations where shit really gets tight, and he's going to have to go to the damn. I should have did that a little bit differently. When you're a first-year head coach, coaching for the first time in your life, and you're standing across the field and sidelines from an Andy Reid, you're gonna tense up a little bit. You're gonna tense up to be like, you know what I'm saying? Damn, bro, maybe I should have went for it. Wait, no, I shouldn't have went for it. Oh, wait, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to have that. And here is where the Cowboys really messed up with this. All they had to do with this simple mistake that they made with Mike McCarthy, and I'm calling it a mistake, whatever. Clip this. Because I like Mike, right? Mike was a dummy, but he was a good football coach. He does dumb stuff, but he's a good football coach, right? All you had to do when you found out, okay, we fumbled Mike McCarthy, you could have easily made Coach Zimmer your head coach and Brian Schottenheimer your offensive coordinator. You would have kept the continuity of the defense that started to ascend at the end of the year. Zim already made a relationship with his defensive players and Micah Parsons and so, right? So you were good there. And Dak and Shotty already had a relationship. You could have kept the offense intact and had Shotty. So now you're doing completely new coaching overhaul on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. There's going to be some bumps in the road, y'all. I know it's not what people want to hear. Now, granted, lightning can strike in a bottle, and we might just get hot, and Shotty's the next Sean McVay, right? But typically, if you're looking at this from a realistic standpoint, there are going to be some bumps in the road, and especially when you look at the way our schedule is set up. So that's just how it is. So to limit those mistakes, go get you some talent. Go get you some talent to cover up for bad coaching. Eagles fans get on me all the time when I say this, y'all, but let's keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it a buck, right? Nick Sirianni isn't a good coach. Nick Sirianni isn't a good coach. He's not a good coach. But what Nick Sirianni does have, he has so much an abundance of talent, it masks his limitations. You know what I'm saying? It masks his limitations. Up, my dog, Boss Cowboy. Glad you back from vacation, back to Cowboys work. No more of that vacation BS, man. I'm back on vacation, bro. I'm on vacation still mentally. It's the off season for a reason, dog. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm still on vacation. But yeah, like Nick Sirianni isn't a good coach, but he has an abundance of talent that masks his inefficiencies as a head coach, right? And I always call this the Coach Calipari theory. Coach Calipari for March Madness, if you guys watch, you know what I'm saying, college basketball a lot, like Coach Calipari isn't a good coach. He's a great recruiter, but he isn't a good X's and O's guy. You know, isn't a good X's and O's guy when it comes to Coach Calipari. But when you went out there, you had Anthony Davis, and then you had the twins, and you have John Wall, and you're getting this abundance of first round players at Kentucky. Well, it's easy for you to sit back and just say, go out there and play. You know what I'm saying? Go out. There's not a lot of thought that goes into it. But what happened with Coach Calipari in Kentucky? NIL started happening. Oh, well, then hell, now anybody can pay for these players. Kentucky was playing for players, right? Then now all of a sudden, now Duke started getting those players, right? And then Kansas started getting those players too, and all these other universities started getting these top players. Then things wasn't the same when you didn't have that abundance of talent. When you had Marcus Camby going back at UMass, and so I think it's the same way when it comes to the Eagles and Nick Sirianni. You have so much talent, it's almost dummy proof. It's almost dummy proof where you can just out talent yourself through some games. Throughout the regular season, you can out talent your way to some victories. It might be a game where Jalen Hurts is off and Saquon is off. But then your overabundance of talent on defense beats the Vikings or somebody just in an ugly, dirty game because you just have more. I think that's where it has to come for the Cowboys, where is the situations where Dak can have these dirty night, nasty off nights, and we can still win. If Dak ain't on, we ain't on. If Dak is not on, we ain't on. But I would love for Dak to have an off night where he throws 11 for 17 and 115 yards, and you have a Genty that just went crazy for 3 touchdowns and 175. Once we get to that, it's going to make things easier. When Dak can start using PTO days and the Cowboys can still get wins, it's going to make life easier for everybody. For everybody. Having a quality running back not only helps your offense, but it also helps your defense by keeping them fresh and off the field. So Dak doesn't have to throw 40 times. It protects your offensive line so you don't have to pass pro 40 to 45 times. Because here, let's keep it a buck, y'all. Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele can pass pro and have 45 pass pro reps, right? But let Terrence Steele miss 2 of those reps and lose 2 of those reps, and it's a strip fumble, or Dak gets creamed on pause on 3rd down. What is everybody going to say? Terrence Steele is garbage. Terrence Steele is trash. We need to move on from Terrence Steele. He cost us the game. And Terrence Steele, realistically, he won 42 out of 44 pass reps. But 2 of those was able to change the course of the game because you're putting our quarterback in bad situations where we have to throw the ball 40 plus times. Let's limit that down to 22 pass sets, 23 pass sets, something like that. It'll make it a whole lot easier on our offense, our offensive line, our young head coach, and also our defense if you go get weapons. If you go get weapons. DJ Giddens sits out of K-State. I like DJ Giddens. He's shifty, you know. He's out of where is he out of? Junction City, Kansas, man. Salute to K-State and DJ Giddens. I'm talking wide receiver. I'm for that all day. That is our biggest need. Boss is saying wide receiver is our biggest need or running backs our biggest need. Um, I see. What do I think of Tyler Warren? Love Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren would be the jack of all trades. Like he would be that utility player that can play a little H back, can flex out and play a little wide receiver. You know, blocking. You know, he's a drastic upgrade. He's a drastic upgrade. At the tight end position, I love Tyler Warren. Now, Tyler Warren isn't super shifty, right? But he's more hard. He's more Kittle-esque. He's more built from that Kittle mode, hard body, get the ball. You know, yak, put his head down. So I like Warren. But here's what some people are not going to want us to say. Hey, the same way people disrespect, I don't say disrespect, I would say the way people question mark Jalen Tolbert, the way people question mark Rico Dowdle, right? The same way people question mark, I don't know, let's say a few other players, we need to start putting those question marks on Jake Ferguson. I'm not frozen. I'm just being honest. We need to start putting question marks on Jake Ferguson. Why does he get a pass? If you look at the lineage and the history of the Dallas Cowboys, we had great wide receivers. We had great running backs. We also had great tight ends. Jake Ferguson, you're on notice. You're on watch, broski. Because last year wasn't it. Last year was not it. Last year was not it. Last year was not it. Was not it. And Dak Prescott, he needs a safety blanket in the middle of the field. So whether it's going to be a slot wide receiver or Jake Ferguson, somebody has to step up and emerge. It won't be Luke Schoonmaker for me personally. So Jake Ferguson needs to go and watch. I see so many Jake Ferguson passes. Jake Ferguson passes. It's Ferg, right? You know what I'm saying? I know he has a baddie. I know Jake Ferguson has a baddie. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, Ferg. And I know what he did his rookie season with him and Hendershot. But what have you done for me lately? And when we needed Ferg the most, he wasn't there last year, y'all. Not even from the blocking aspect either. Not from blocking or from a pass catching threat. So Jake Ferguson, you're on notice, bro. You know, at the end of the day, Jalen Tolbert did leave us in receiving touchdown. You know what I'm saying? That's 7 of them things. You know what I'm saying? So I get the knock on Jalen Tolbert, but if you're saying, okay, we need to upgrade the wide receiver position, you can't poo-poo on the idea that, hell, we need to upgrade the tight end position as well. You know, that's just where I'm at. Everyone's here. Everyone can't keep it real on favorite third. Cowboys first with Tuck. I mean, it just is what it is, bro. You know what we after? We after victory. We can't have time for favorites. You know what I'm saying? We can't have time for favorites. And I need to see more spotlight on Jake Ferguson. You know, I personally thought Jake Ferguson was going to take a leap forward, be an elite type tight right end. You know, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He did not do it. And it hurt us. Ferg was hurt and he had weak Cooper Rush. I mean, we can say that for a lot of people. Ferg was hurt, bro. Ferg got hurt, what, week 3, week 4? No, no, sir. We're not doing that. You're not doing it. Players get hurt. Micah was hurt. Hell, our whole damn roster was hurt. No, I'm not giving no Ferg was hurt. No, 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 no. No, 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 sir. No, sir. Our whole damn team was hurt. Week 1. Was it week 1 when we went down with the yeah, so week 1. No, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Nah, nah. You know, did Zeke get any favoritism when he was hurt playing on one leg? No. Did we give Brandon Cooks any grace for coming back off an injury? No. Like we don't give players grace for playing hurt. You know what I'm saying? We don't give Zach Martin was out there, you know what I'm saying, with a back injury. You know, if Jake comes out and ball next year, we still having this convo. So that's the problem. Y'all are playing favoritisms. If Jalen Tolbert comes out and balls next year, are we having this combo? If Jonathan Mingo comes out and balls next year, are we having this convo? If Mozzie Smith comes out and ball next year, are we having this convo? We are talking about what you did last year, bro. So why does Jake Ferguson get a pass? Because he was hurt in week 1? What are we doing? No, 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 no. We ain't doing that. Ferguson was the only dude hurt that you couldn't see the injury while playing. We can go through the film, but he was perfectly fine. It wasn't like it was a massive injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro, we can't pick and choose who now we give a pass. And like, oh, well, Ferg got hurt week 1. Fumble. But what does a leg injury or foot injury almost, he dodged the bullet, have to do with you holding on to the ball? You see what I'm saying? So we can't hold on. I can spit real quick, y'all. Let's see here. Let's see here. 1 second. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, we can't. Players play hurt in Dallas all the time. You know, all the time, bro. All the time. Y'all think you think people are gonna give Dak Prescott grace that he tore his hamstring off the bone next year? No. No. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna give Dak no grace for tearing his hamstring. I don't know how he can do that. He tore his hamstring off the bone. Is he gonna get any grace? No. Did we give Deron Bland any grace for coming back after the foot injury, not looking like it? People are, man, Deron Bland don't look the same. Deron Bland don't look the same. Deron Bland don't look the same. Yeah. So we can't pick and choose who we give grace to because of a week 1 injury. Our entire roster was hurt. You see what I'm saying? But Jake Ferguson does need to step up. But if someone brings up the idea, because I saw it happen, hey, we should go get Tyler Warren, or we should go get another tight end. People are like, oh, we don't need it. We got Ferg. He's perfectly fine. Oh, no, no, he's not. He's not perfectly fine. Dak didn't get grace for throwing hand the year he led the league in interceptions at all. He didn't get, literally couldn't grip the football. They didn't give him zero grace. Before Zeke left, we saw Zeke out there hobbling on one leg. We gave him zero grace. But all of a sudden, we got to be patient. We got to be patient. Just give him a chance. Give him an opportunity. Oh, yeah. Lunatic, you hit it right on the head, right? Contract year. Contract year. 1 second. Contract year. I got 3 tight ends in this draft that I would take over Ferg. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I know you guys wouldn't want another Michigan tight end. We have Colston. Yeah. And let's keep it a buck when it comes to Ferg. And I like Ferg, so I don't want to feel like I'm bagging on Ferg. But let's keep it a buck. Ferg, that was not who Mike McCarthy wanted. Mike McCarthy watches Jay Tuck, right? Mike McCarthy was Jay Tuck's #1 subscriber. Who did Mike McCarthy want in that draft at the tight end position? The Cowboys just sat there and got sniped, right? But my dog, Mike McCarthy, he has his notifications on. And Mike McCarthy wanted Trey McBride. He was like Jay Tuck and wanted Trey McBride. Cowboys selling their hands and got sniped. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys selling their hands and got sniped. So then they got Ferg, right? So that lets me know that Ferg wasn't even on the draft board like that. He wanted Trey, and rightfully so, right? And Trey was the truth. And here's how crazy that is. The Cardinals were trying to pay Trey now. They're trying to pay him now because they already know that price is going up. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Do I like Ferg? Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Ferg has some upside potential, but he's going to have to start earning it. I feel like we gave Ferg way too much, way too early. Because we saw it. We saw the flashes, right? We saw the flashes, but we need to see it all come together. And I think that was an important piece of what we missed. There, first week one injury or not, he should be able to outperform what Dalton Schultz was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, come on, Ferg. So come on, Ferg. So we need some more from Ferg, but I'm not going to sit here and act like he's not replaceable. I'm not. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? If the Cowboys went tight end in the fourth round, I'm not going to be like, oh, why would we do that? We have Ferg. Now I did that when we drafted Schoolmaker. You know what I'm saying? Now that was a shocker, but they wouldn't upgrade the tight end position. I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked. Um, let's see here. Yeah, Trey McBride. Trey McBride. The Jones have not extended Micah mess ups on simple moves. So I spoke about that earlier on today's video. Definitely check that out. Um, I know there was the conversation about Micah and with TP and this and that. Stuff with TP, man, that's my dog, right? But it's like me personally, like I said in my video, I'm not in the news breaking business. So I'm not trying to get the jump on the Micah deal. So I could be the first one to let you guys know about the Micah deal. Like that's not my niche, it's not my lane. It's actually there's no value in it anyways, to be honest with you. Because let's say, for instance, I say Micah Parsons this Friday is going to sign a 5-year deal, making the highest paid, 265 mil, whatever, right? And I put that on Twitter. And this Friday, that deal happens. All that's going to happen is people are going to take my tweet and run with it, who have much bigger um, fan bases and followings that I have, and get paid quadruple off the amount that I'm making. I'm not going to get no credit for it. You think these articles? So you think if I went today and told y'all Micah Parsons is going to sign a 5-year deal for 265 mil, gave y'all the APY, right? And Friday he does it. Do you think any of these websites are going to be like, oh, well, credit to Jay Tuck for explaining this on Thursday that he got this? They're not going to give me credit anyways. So trying to be in the news breaking business is damn near pointless. So for me, I think we should pay Micah now. 1877 pay Micah now and get the deal done. That way, you might have a little something to say, okay, Micah, you just got paid. You should be at voluntary camp now moving forward because you're now a paid man, right? So I think you should pay Micah now, but I'm not going to try to guesstimate when it's going to be done or it's done now. And I feel like that's the tricky part where a lot of people are getting themselves in trouble. And right now, it's the off season, and any news is just news. They don't give a damn if it's accurate, false, right? That dog account. Remember that dog account told y'all that Diggs was going to get released and traded on the 15th of March. It's the 19th, dog. It's damn near April 1st, and Diggs is still on the roster. You see what I'm saying? He's still on the roster. So that's just not my lane. But they should pay Micah now. When that deal will happen, I don't know. If you go off of what James Slater was saying, the talks haven't even kicked up as of yet. So I don't know. Extending Micah and Tyler Smith are no-brainers. Bland, we can have talks about. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Can you please explain the BS of the voluntary workouts, Tuck? People don't know the we want that, man. I explained it. And I said, listen, bro, I really are not doing that again. I made a video on it last year. I broke down every player with articles, of course. Of course, me and Boss are showing like facts and stuff. I mean, my God, like it's so hard to do. Showing facts from TJ Watt to DeMarcus Ware to Myles Garrett, all the way to Christian McCaffrey, missing voluntary workouts. Also, showing you that Micah Parsons has missed voluntary workouts years before last year. You all congratulated for him. We thought it was admirable that he was in LA training with Andrew Whitworth, working on his skill set. And also, Micah Parsons was at voluntary workouts last year. Technically, he doesn't participate in the field drills, but he was there. So, it's just one of those things, y'all, where it's recyclable pollution in our community, right? And here I am. I'm not trying to knock anyone for how they get paid. We all got families. We all got to do what they do and what you do best, right? But for me personally, I just can't spend time on it. I just can't spend time on it because I feel like these people are looping the same. I guarantee you, boss, if you go through our videos and you look at like around March 19th, you can probably see the same videos was about the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like when it's Micah missing voluntary, who cares? CeeDee Lamb missed voluntary. Do y'all believe that the reason why CeeDee Lamb didn't? Do y'all believe that CeeDee Lamb did not have a good quality season last year because he missed voluntary workouts? Why we're making more of a big deal of Micah Parsons missing voluntary workouts than we are of Zach Martin doing a holdout, missing mandatory camp, and falling off a map and then retired. Zach Martin missed voluntary, not a peep about his leadership. Not a peep. Not a peep. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. You know, so it's just something. Because, like I said, the problem is with that is because they can't they can't make a headline. Dallas Cowboys trade for Kyer Elam and explain that. You know, that's not newsworthy enough, right? Dallas Cowboys get Peyton Turner from New Orleans. That's not newsworthy enough. So they recycle the same four players. It's either Dak, Micah, CD, who's the fourth? And maybe Diggs. They'll toss in Diggs on the case, right? When it really gets dry, they'll toss something out about Diggs. Nobody cares about voluntary camp. I think CD missing camp hurt a little just because it seemed Dak and we're off a little bit, but week one, there was no problems with that. You see what I'm saying? So I think that Dak and CD were kind of off, but I don't think that was camp related. Yeah, it used to be Zeke. Yeah, Zeke was a cycle guy. So you just have those same guys in the cycle, right? Because how do I say this in a politically correct way? I don't know. They don't they don't care about the players that we care about, right? Because they feel like it's not newsworthy. Because think about this, you have an editor, you have a whole different chain of commands than I have, right? So me or boss or Rome or DMV or law or whoever, I can make a Wanye Thomas film breakdown right now because I love Wanye Thomas and I think he's going to be an asset, right? Now, if I had a chain of command to go through, like, listen, I want to talk about Wanye Thomas, and I feel like this guy's going to be a star next year. They're going to be like, what's the search volume on it? How much of our fan base is searching this? Well, what is the analytics on Wanye Thomas? Well, when I type in Wanye Thomas, I'm seeing it has a low engagement rate. So I don't need you to write this article on Wanye Thomas. We want you to talk about Micah Parsons. Well, hey, Mr. Editor, I really feel like Wanye Thomas is a good story. I feel like the people that really want to see it, yeah, but no. So we want you to talk about Micah Parsons. Let's do Micah Parsons. Right? Talk about his leadership. Like, can you get that on my desk by 5 p.m.? So eventually those people fold and just write an article about Micah Parsons and his leadership and how, you know, was Hooker had to switch lockers or whatever shit they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And they put it on desk by 5, they clock out, and they go enjoy their evenings. So that is the problem. Like a lot of people, and I don't want to just say old media. I want to say new media as well, because this is why I've been saying new media is dead. A lot of people are becoming slaves to the algorithm. That is what is crippling. That is what's killing the Dallas Cowboys content space and the what's up, my dog Ron? What's going on with you, bro? That is what's killing this space right now. That a lot of people have become slaves to the algorithm. You don't create. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't create. Like even like my wife will tell you when I was on vacation, like I'm working on this whole ass like breaking down Eberflus's scheme and teaching you guys how to scout properly. So how to read defensive formations beside the tackle boxes and go from like a 3-2-3. So whether you're reading, three tackles inside the tackle boxes and two linebackers and three safeties in a corner, like to teach you guys how to. That video is not going to do shit. To be honest with you, right? It might not even scratch 1,000, right? But it's something that I want to do as a creator. It's something that I think the community needs to learn. I think it's something that you guys will find value in. It ain't gonna do shit at all, you know. But some other people, they're like, I'm not gonna do that, Tuck, because it's not going to do numbers. What is everybody searching right now? What is everybody talking about? Micah contract, Micah contract, Micah contract, right? That's it. You know what I'm saying? So people become slaves to the algorithm where you lose, just like Rome said, the passion's gone, the energy's gone, the creativity's gone, the thought is gone, the insight is gone. That Kellen Moore video that I did, the no identity offense, the algorithm would have told me, bro, you done lost your damn mind. Go back to bed. I wanted to know that. What the hell kind of offense are we running? What is this play calling coming from? What is this? You know what I'm saying? That was my creativity. Some of the things that Boss brings to you guys' attention, right? It comes from curiosity. It comes from effort and resources. Same with Rome and DMV and some others, right? It comes from curiosity of trying to figure out what is going on with our team right now. What's the problem? Why does it look like this? like what? Why are people are more focused on Micah Parsons missing voluntary camp to being focused on, okay, what is it defensively that offenses are seeing against the Cowboys where we can't stop the run? What is that? Like, what? Like, doesn't that create your curiosity? We had two defensive coordinators, whether it's Dan Quinn and Mike Zimmer, and we still couldn't stop the run. So, is it a scheme thing? Is it a personnel thing? Is it a mindset thing? Like, what is it? That's a video. That's a video. Now, go do your home. No, whoa, Tuck. I gotta research that shit. I gotta watch hours and hours of film. And when I watch hours and hours of film, I gotta understand what the hell I'm actually watching out. Then I gotta cut that film up. And then I gotta be able to explain in a way that Cowboys fans are going to even want to understand it. And then it might not even do any views in the first damn place, right? But shouldn't that be a conversation? Aren't people tired of the same old circle of the same old content? Talked about Micah the same time than last year. Whether Micah wore the wrong shoes to a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? Micah's leadership. Bro, you're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Remember Eminem 8 Mile said, pay attention, meathead. You saying the last shit that he said. Like, bro, you saying the last shit that he said. You know? You saying the same thing that he said. You know? So I feel like we're losing that originality. We're losing that spirit, we're losing that creativity that has made us unique, and that's why the content space is getting watered down. Just keep it a buck, right? Because it's the same old cycle. It's the same old cycle, and there's not a lot of people that's in it for the right reasons. There's now starting to be selfishness, and people are becoming slaves to the algorithm. Slaves. You talk about angry. You better not talk about how Marquise Bell coming back is going to boost our defense. You better not touch that because the algorithm's going to tell you ain't nobody searching for that, right? And what happens is people will put out a video and it doesn't hit and just get discouraged, right? And then people put out another video and it doesn't hit. Like case in point, those draft kids that I've been interviewing on this channel, shit, I don't think anyone's cracked like 500, if you're being honest. Like, I don't know. What I'm saying, I don't think any of those interviews with those kids have even cracked 500 views, right? But what is happening right now? What is happening right now? Everybody is talking about this kid from East Texas A&M, who was the fastest kid in the draft. Kendall Paul Sports Illustrated now, Yahoo Sports. I'm seeing KP all over the board right now. Everybody is talking about this kid who was the fastest player in the draft. But J Tuck set up with that kid, watched hours of his film of East Texas A&M. Why? I don't know, because looking at somebody else and kind of saw him, reached out to him as representative and brought him on the show and did a sit-down interview that only did 500 views, but that's because I was curious about this kid. You know, I was curious about this kid, and I wanted you guys to know about that kid. It wasn't because I knew I was going to get views or get paid off of it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're losing. I always tell content creators in this content space, right? As arrogant as it might sound, I used to use this philosophy when I was a DJ, right? When I was DJing all these clubs, I would get so many people coming to my DJ booth telling me what song to play, play this song, playing this song, playing this song, play my jam, play my jam. Well, if that's the case, I'm just no more than your glorified playlist. If I let Rome come to the DJ booth and give me 8 songs to play, all I am is Rome's glorified playlist. I'm just playing all the songs you want to hear. No. What makes me unique as a DJ is I play the shit that I already know you want to hear. And you might not want to hear it at that time, but eventually you're going to be like, damn, what was that shit that Tuck played that set the club off? It was crazy. I never heard that song before. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it comes from as a content creator, y'all. Stop letting the algorithm dictate the content that you make. You know what I'm saying? I talk about drama, 4,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Right, boss. Play the drama stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at. The drama. If I do some drama video, it's gonna crack 4,000 just off of just the title alone. You know, Micah Parsons and Malik Hooker go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Put something clickbait in the title, and I can't believe. You know what I'm saying? But the substance that people really need. That's what we got to get back to, y'all. And that's what we're losing, not just in the content space, the radio space, the media space. You know, as crazy as Kanye West is right now, he has one of my favorite quotes, and he says, I'm not sure does anybody make real shit anymore. I'm not sure, but does anybody make real shit anymore? I don't know. I don't know, because when I look around, I see it's the same. I think it's like 8 of us trying to be different, trying to educate the community. Everybody else is doing the same, whatever the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. Like, yeah, it's all the drama stuff. It's all the drama stuff. It's all the same. Oh shit. Oh, hold on, boss. I try to block somebody else. All right, my bad, boss. I try to block this other cornball in here. Actually hit boss. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, my bad. Hey, boss, call me if you're still in there, bro. And shoot, boss, I can send you a link, bro, if you want to jump on. I said Rome. If you want to text boss that link, whatever. I'm just vibing, chilling, man. Good to be back from vacation. Yeah, it's TMZ. It's TMZ, and me personally, I hate TMZ. I hate TMZ. Let me see you, boss. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Hold on, y'all. Hopefully, I don't freeze real quick. Hey, Moz, go ahead and get this level up trucking dude the hell up out of here. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see here. Get him up out of here. All right, let me find it. All right, I think we back. All right, I think we back. Yeah, the TMZ is too much Perez Hilton Dallas Cowboys content. You know what I'm saying? It's that it's he said she said. You know what I'm saying? It's he said she said content, shoe colors, messiness. You know, does anybody sit back and think, bro, damn, If last year, if Micah would have just went to voluntary camp, we would have probably been playing in that Super Bowl. Does any of y'all think that maybe I'm tripping? Oh, did I hide somebody else on accident? My bad, y'all. My bad. Let's see here. My bad. Sometimes it's hard to do it on my phone. All right, yeah. So, yeah, does anybody think like, damn, bro, we would have been right there winning a Super Bowl if Michael would just attended voluntary camp? Damn. Now, here is what I would ask some of these folks. Why are you more loud about Micah missing voluntary camp than you are about Micah returning back from injury and having our defense cranked up to the maximum with a bunch of backup players? Why is the negative so much louder? Why is Micah missing voluntary camp much louder than Micah coming back from injury and playing out of his mind and having the entire defense following suit? No Trayvon Diggs. Deron Bland was hurt. No DeMarcus Lawrence. No DeMarvin Overshown. You know, all these injuries that we had. And Micah came back and had this team really believing we was about to make a playoff push. No Kendricks. I can't remember who else was out. There's so many players out. Why is this so much louder? Why? I need someone to explain that to me. No Zach Martin, no Dak Prescott. And this team went out there and beat Tampa. No Brandon Cooks. Keep it going. No Brandon Cooks. Beat Tampa, right? Beat Washington. Damn near wanted to beat Cincinnati and Joe Burrow. You see what I'm saying? Micah had this team following suit and believing in whatever the hell to the fact that we were sitting back saying, Micah, chill, bro. We trying to get Travis Hunter. Chill, Micah. Micah came back from injury and had this team on go. Had Josh Butler out there clamping shit down. You know what I'm saying? Had Josh Butler out there clamping down. Had Nick Virgil out there playing like his hair's on fire. Carl Lawson going crazy. Linval Joseph going crazy. See what I'm saying? Mikey don't get no credit for that. Mikey don't get no credit for that. We don't talk about that. That's not a story. That's not a story, right? We want the negative. We want what Micah didn't do versus talking about what Micah did do. You know what I'm saying? Nick Vigil going crazy. He was going crazy, bro. But there was games for a guy who covers the Dallas Cowboys. There was games I had to pull out the damn roster and be like, "Who is that? Who is that? Wait, who is that at corner?" I had no. Who the hell is that at corner? Bro, y'all remember when Butler went? I think I even did a Butler film session, and then he went down the very next game. And then it was like, bro, I don't know. I can't tell y'all really who we had playing that corner by the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? It was just everybody. But Micah still had this team on go. When we played versus the Washington Commanders that last game, season already ended, Micah was still out there. He didn't rest. He didn't chill. He didn't load manage. Micah was still out there playing with Trey Lance as quarterback. So, yeah, Olawari. Like, yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. We don't even know who these people was, and we were still out there being competitive because Micah's leadership was contagious. And say it's Dak's fault. It's Dak's fault. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like, yeah. When are we gonna talk about the positive that Mike could bring? I see people in the chat Trade Micah. Get rid of Micah. Trade him for more picks. He has a podcast. His shoes he wore at the Mavericks game was disrespectful to Luka. You know? But when are we going to talk about the positives that Micah brings to this team? When are we going to talk about the electric charge that he has through our organization? That's not easy to find. That's not easy to find. It's not easy to find. My dog boss. Yo, what's up, dog?
What's up with it? What's up with it, man?
Man.
So glad you back from vacation, bro. What's up?
Man, you know what I'm saying? It was a short-lived vacation, man, but I had a good time, but it's back to work, bro. I heard a lot's been going on. I heard a lot's been going on, dog.
Nah, like what it it's like I think people got to learn how to appreciate thoughtful content creators, like
Right.
and people that has the integrity. That's what I think a lot of people missing is the people. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I saw the attack forming on Micah,
Mm-hmm.
right, and the first thing I said is they hit a snag in the negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
So because then they start gearing up. An article come out right yesterday by Calvin Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
Is Micah, something. What was the title? You remember, Tuck?
Yeah, you send it to me.
I
Yeah,
can't
but
remember, but it was obviously painting a picture that he's a problem, and
right.
they started focusing on voluntary workouts, and that's what gave it away right there. I said,
Right.
see, Tuck already schooled me on that, and see, this the worst part. Y'all know me, y'all know I try to research and all that kind of stuff, and I almost got bit. Like I
Mm-hmm.
almost became a zombie because I love the Cowboys. So I was moving too fast, and last year when he was missing voluntary workouts, I was kind of starting to say, "Damn, Micah, shit, you did say you want to be a leader." I was kind of falling for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Tuck called me and shook me. He shook me. He said, "Boss, you know he missed it the year before."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "He did." He sent me the link. I said, "Oh shit." I said, "You right." And then it became clear to me. He was gearing up for new contract talks,
Mm-hmm.
and so they began to kind of what he was praised for the year earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Last year they treated him like he was a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's contract time, we all knew that this was coming.
Right.
And see, that's what was frustrating me about content creators that was just spending all damn day talking
Mm-hmm.
about stuff that's honestly frivolous to the locker room. Like,
Right.
but they made it sound like it was raging alarm fires. And it's like, those of us who played know it ain't that. Y'all making too big deal out of that stuff.
Right.
And so once Tuck hit me to that, I had to make a conscious decision right then that I'm not gonna use my platform to help the evil that's getting ready to hit up Micah.
Mm-hmm.
And so the worst part about this is I know behind the scenes, I like the same thing that's going around. I got from the horse's mouth too on this contract stuff with Micah.
Mm-hmm.
But and see, I want y'all to understand this. Micah is trying to be team friendly.
Mm-hmm.
He already like I know that. Okay, I know that. His agent is fighting for more. But
Mm-hmm.
guess who they sent the hit job on anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Micah. And so
Right.
I was just like, ain't it funny? He write the article yesterday. He's a guest on the fan this morning. I'm like, why do
Mm-hmm.
they always got the perfect timing? Like their
Perfect
timing
timing.
is just
Or like
perfect. Like
Shador. Perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? You
they
know
have
what
the
I'm saying?
perfect timing. And then he was harping and harping and harping on he needs to be a leader if he's gonna be paid. And I'm over here like it's millions of people falling for this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I almost fell for it.
Right.
And it took Tuck to shake me like, bro, wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Micah was getting praised for this last year, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
remember,
then
because
he sent me
remember he.
article. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was say, and also remember when he missed, he was international, being an ambassador for the NFL
Right. And
because
they
he was doing like
praised
he
him
did like a
for it.
soccer event and did all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did that. And then he was working out with the tackle that retired.
Andrew Whitworth, yeah, Andrew
Yeah,
Whitworth.
Andrew, and see that was all doing voluntary workouts that he
Mm-hmm.
missed. And then, and like that's why I said, Tuck, we need you, bro. Cause see, people gonna be falling for it. Cause Tuck then began to send me article after article after article after article showing all these players around the league miss voluntary workouts, and it don't mean that they're being lazy. A lot of times, what happens is when you on Micah Parsons level, you have personalized trainers because you got a different budget than the undrafted guy. So
Mm-hmm.
when Micah go work out, he probably, I promise you, he gonna probably have to spend a half a million. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Something like
Right,
that on that specialized training.
right.
So if you just think about it, if you spend half a million for somebody to train you, you ain't showing up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You
Yeah.
showing up to that. And then it's the worst part that I hate, Tuck. They around here making him sound like he not a leader, but they not bringing up the fact that Micah, as well as Diggs, was leading the whole defense with Zimmer on getting extra education on Zimmer's defense while in training camp, and they was doing that on extra time. So
Right.
times they should have been relaxing, getting their bodies ready for practice. They was getting up earlier to
Mm-hmm.
get this extra Zimmer education, and guess what? Men begin to follow them. So it started with Micah and Diggs,
Mm-hmm.
and then other people on the defense was like, "Hey man, I like that y'all getting up early to learn the D. Can we come?"
Right.
And so all these men begin to follow Diggs as well as
Micah.
Micah. But guess what people will say?
They're
They'll
not no
say
leaders.
Diggs ain't no leader.
They're no
They'll
leaders.
say, yeah,
They
they're
ain't no
no
leaders, boss.
leaders. They not no leaders. And it's like, nah, bro, y'all. It's but, and the worst thing that I hate, and this is the truth, y'all. People got to understand what's happening when the media is used against a player. What they're doing is they trying to apply pressure to that player, and it's street pressure.
Right.
So just think about it. So let's say, regardless of your politics, let's say if Biden said that you was doing something and put out your address,
Mm-hmm.
some overzealous liberal that you would see on the street would attack you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's say if Trump put yo and say, hey, this person is messing up the Constitution. Some crazy right wing person go after you over that. So
Mm-hmm.
when they use the media, what's happening is Micah Parsons is just moving around. But you got these zealous ass Cowboy fans that might see him in Albertson's grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, man, you greedy mother, you know what I'm saying? You
Right.
greedy, man. You need to be a leader and take your ass to training camp. And
Right.
that what they doing is they sending all these people at them to put pressure on them. And now it's like, damn, they gonna sign that contract. God damn, these people hate me in the streets. You know
Right.
what I mean? See,
Right.
people don't understand what they really doing when they send out these people to put these hit job pieces on these players. It
Right.
show up in the streets.
It does, and you have to deal with that, and it can make you close guarded. Like I've seen David, right? He did a post, and this is the problem. And I've made numerous videos, and I'm not making any more. Go back and watch the Ninja Turtle video. He says leaders don't talk so much. That is false. When you go back to the Legion of Boom, Richard Sherman was the most outspoken person on that roster, and the players rallied behind him
Right.
because he was that voice. He was that person like, nah, this is some BS. You know what I'm saying? So people have this idea that leaders are always you know what I'm saying, inside the seatbelt, and they've always kind of been buckled up, clean, and corporate. There are multiple ways to lead. Case in point, what is so sickening about this Micah not being a leader, boss, I just saw it right before I headed out for vacation. What happened? DeMarcus Lawrence said whatever he said about the Dallas Cowboys, whether you agree with it or disagree with it. Soon as Micah jumped off and checked it, what happened? There was players I didn't even know how the Twitter boss was like, yeah, that's cap. You had Diggs come out. You had, you know what I'm saying? You had all these players on the defense come out and stand behind Micah.
Yeah.
We never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? So what do you mean so people have all these lazy narratives about Mike. Now, is he an angel? Probably absolutely not. But all of them has been debunked. Whereas, like, remember, he didn't want to focus on, any of the young guys, and he was selfish, boss. But then I see Chauncey Golston and Sam Williams out of, out the country with them just last year. You know what I'm saying? And then you
Yeah.
see Micah. Micah is the only person I would say within the Cowboys organization, whether that's fan base or the front office or whoever, who still fights for Mozzie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He the only one who still fights for Mozzie publicly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
here's the sickest part about last year. Micah was that voluntary, boss. He's in practice. He was there.
Right. Yeah, he there, and they still, and they show you it's a hit piece. It's a
Well,
hit
people say, well,
piece.
okay, well the Seahawks won a championship because they rallied behind they. So you think Richard Sherman just started talking after they won a Super Bowl? He was like that, gearing up towards it.
Oh yeah,
Shannon
he was the
Sharp,
biggest talker.
he was the biggest talker, y'all. So where do we have this? I think Cowboys fans have been conditioned that the only way to be a leader is be Zach Martin, just be quiet. The only way to be a leader is
To
to
be
be
Dak.
Tyron Smith, be quiet, be Dak, say the right thing. Like that. That has been the
Yeah.
Cowboys moniker on what leadership. But if you've ever been in the locker room, boss, like we have, we know those ain't the leaders.
Nah.
Them not the guy. The real leaders in the locker room are the guys that I can go into the dark alley with.
Yeah.
That
And
that
see,
and that's how it is.
I'll tell you like this, man. Like my leadership principles came from John Maxwell, who I think is the best leadership teacher in the world.
Right.
And I went to him when I was struggling. I won top producer, but I had bad morale on my team. So I was like, I need to work on this shit. Like winning ain't good enough. I need to be a better leader. So I
Right.
began to work on my craft. I went to John Maxwell, and one of the things that stood out to me when I was learning real leadership, he said, "Let me tell you what real leadership is." He said, "Real leadership is influence.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing more, nothing less. It's
Right.
not a title. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?" And he said the way that you know it, leaders are people that get followed.
Mm-hmm.
He said that's a leader.
Right.
So a lot of people got these like misconceptions that you got to be like Dak to be a leader. Like
Mm-hmm.
Dak could actually do the most talking and be the person that's on the podium, but if they not following him, he's not
Right.
the leader.
He's not the
And
leader.
people don't
Right.
understand that. It's the people that get followed. So when Diggs and Micah was just showing up on their own to
Mm-hmm.
Zimmer's extra, teaching things, people just begin to follow because they
Right.
are the leaders. Like,
Right.
and so yes, it was a time to where Tank was the leader. People followed the hot boys, but that
Mm-hmm.
shit went away, and people began to follow Micah, and that's just what it is. So and then our fans, they they get basically like you said before turned into zombies, because in their mind they thinking Micah is turning up the team
Right.
because it's been preached so much, and it's been even preached from our own content creators, like he's turning up the team. The whole time you got all these guys that when Tank went off and
Yeah.
basically spit on us. Look at
Right.
how many people showed up. Micah didn't have to. Micah went
Right.
at him, and everybody showed up like, "No, I'm with
Right.
Micah."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Micah didn't ask for that. He just like this some suck ass shit, and
Right.
that's all he said. And then all of a sudden, you start seeing player after player after
Player.
player,
That's the
like,
player.
and he did. That's the leader. And see,
That's the
people
leader.
gotta yeah. So it's like, and so people get mad when people question Dak's leadership. Cause it's like, but you gotta really look at it. It's like, how many people really follow him? You gotta
How
ask
many
that
people follow it?
question. Like when people rock with you, they not go like I rock with Tuck. Tuck ain't gonna have no fights by himself, bro. Tuck ain't gonna get jumped with me right there. Fuck no,
Right.
that ain't gonna
Right.
happen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If they up there lying about home field advantage, I ain't gonna leave them out there. I'm gonna jump right in there like, nah, Tuck, right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But it's because Tuck is a leader. So I know how to follow that. It's like, nah, he doing good. He saying the right shit. I'm getting right behind that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
If I'm leading on something and I'm making sense, Tuck go jump in. Like, let's go. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
It's a foxhole
people,
mentality. It's a
yeah,
foxhole mentality, and a lot of people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? And there's different ways to lead. Because I saw someone saying, "Oh, well, Michael Jordan slapped his own teammates. Michael Jordan was the most cutthroat." Y'all think Mike is cut?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was cutthroat. I mean, I'm
He
named
was.
after the man, Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan played it both ways. In the public, he was Dak Prescott. Behind the scenes, he was a villain. You know,
That's right.
and so I mean, it's the same thing with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, he was smiling to the right things in the public, but behind the scenes, he was a massive issue
Right.
because he was just so focused on winning. And he was the guy that can rally the troops, y'all. There's different ways to lead. And you're not going to
Yeah.
be liked by everybody because you
No.
have to be outspoken. You got to say the things that are uncomfortable. You know, not everybody's going to like being playing with you because it doesn't make you comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's difference between saying we effing suck on the sideline versus saying it to your face. Hey, you trash, dog. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's gonna get you in gear. So it's like I don't get it, boss. Maybe it's because we've been in these locker rooms or we played the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like we understand it. I know that the rah guy that said the right things, that was pretty much the puppet for coach, that wasn't the leader. You know, it was the guy who was really in the trenches with us. You
Yeah.
know, it was a guy who was
Yeah.
really in the trenches with us,
Or
who
that you
know
respect it. It could be a
that you
special
respect it.
teams guy. It could be
Hmm.
but you just respect him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be a guy, he could be the smallest dude on the team, but he got the most heart and we
He got
get
the most
behind
heart.
him. But nobody know who he is, but
Right.
everybody like that's who I'm fighting for. If he fight,
Right.
I'm fighting. You know what I'm
Right. He
saying?
fight. If he fight, I fight. Because I know if I fight, he fights, and vice versa. Like even for me, bro, with my friendships, right? I know I can go to the club with you. I can go to the club with
Oh yeah.
DMV. I can go to the club with Rome. And if something
If he
breaks
fight,
out,
I fight.
they gonna swing, and we gonna figure out what the
Yep.
hell
If
happened in the
he
car.
fight,
But we gonna
I
get up
fight.
out of there. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But there's some
Yep.
people you gotta be like, man,
I
you might be
don't
getting
know.
jumped and stomped. You be like, where they
You
go?
on your
Oh
own.
man, well,
Oh
Tuck,
man.
well,
I ain't see it. I ain't see it.
we were outnumbered.
Oh,
When that
oh,
happened,
yeah.
you know,
Oh, you
yeah.
got jumped, bro. Where they at? Where they at?
What the hell? Let's go back in there. Like hell no, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay.
And
Okay.
so like
Okay.
nah, bro. Like and that's a different type of mentality where it's like I know if I'm Sam Williams and I know that the media is gonna bag on me, I know Mike and Mike use his platform to speak out and be like nah, some BS.
I'ma say it though, bro. You hit it on the head, bro. It is what it, you said. It's our experiences. Like because you been in the locker room, I've been in the locker room. We was able to tell in an instant, like they making too big of a deal out of this. Like,
Right,
yes, it's important to have good relationships with teammates, but
right,
when you been in the locker room, you already know that a lot of people in locker rooms don't even get along.
right. Not
It
at
can
all.
even be most of them. It can
Yeah,
even be
most of them,
most
bro.
of
Yeah,
them. Like it. See, we know that. So to see Malik Hooker say what he said about Micah, anybody with some real discernment would have said, actually, Malik Hooker was wrong for that shit. How
right.
can you be on a podcast complaining about Micah on the podcast?
Podcast, right, right, right. You own a
You see what I'm
podcast right
saying? Like
now,
you on a podcast complaining that should have clicked.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you should have shut the fuck up.
right, right,
And when he baited you into that, you should have said, "Hey, man, listen, man, that's Micah thing. I let Micah do his thing." But no,
right,
you made it. You commented on it. You
right,
know what I'm saying? And it went viral. And
right.
now everybody used that against Michael because of
Hold
your
on,
mouth.
it said we got bad audio. Check. Y'all hear me clear?
It might be me. Is it me? Cause I are
Let's
y'all
see here.
hearing okay?
Let's see
Trip,
here.
it might be you, my brother.
Is it me?
I think it's you, Trip, because it looked like everybody hearing us fine.
Okay, yeah.
Because you the only one,
Tuck
Trip,
said,
that's
Tuck, I
saying
got
feedback.
feedback.
Trip, you the only one, Trip. You might need to turn your stuff on and off because nobody else. Yeah, everybody else saying they hearing us, bro. Oh, now okay. Truth said they got feedback too. So
It's
Truth
a
only said he got feedback. He says from YouTube.
it's from me, huh? Or maybe is it your fan? Maybe.
Hold on, real quick. What about now?
All right, now it's gone. Check, check,
Okay, it
check.
was my head. It was my headset.
All right, let's see here. We good. We good. We good. So I don't hear nothing.
Okay.
All
So
right,
yeah,
it's
they
gone.
say
All
it's
right, cool.
gone. So it
All
was
right,
he said it was.
all
I
right,
guess it's
cool.
a short in it.
Cool,
All
cool,
right.
cool, 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 cool. All right.
Okay, it was boss. My bad,
Appreciate
bro. My
y'all.
bad.
But yeah, man,
Thanks for
I think
thanks for
like you're
making it.
saying, bro, just those locker room experience. Yeah, bro. I tell you, when I play in college, there was so many inner beefs and you know what I'm saying between the. But on Sunday, everyone came together. You know, because our
Oh,
offense and our defense, they did not like our defense. We had lunch together, breakfast together, dinner together. We sat together at study hall. You know, we practiced all day, film, lifted together. So it was like our defense, the black shirts. We had our white shirts over there, but there was always these little, you know what I'm saying? Because of course, women involved. You know, all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But on Saturday when it was game day, we all had each other's back. You know, and that's how it was. So people don't understand when you're in these locker rooms, ain't everybody band together as arms. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't even in the content space, or just simplify it. At work, ain't everybody you go to work with you like. You have a
no,
certain cluster of people you go with. You know what I'm saying? You have your little private group chat. It might be 4 or 5 of y'all you really rock with. Hey, we gonna go to happy hour, but don't tell. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be out. So it's natural. But when it's time to get the job done, you might have to work with marketing and accounting who you can't stand, but just at work, you're gonna get the job done. So it's the same type of mentality. I play linebacker. So yeah, so people don't understand like that's how it works. Ain't everybody best friends, bro? There's gonna be
yeah.
disagreements, there's gotta be respect.
I want to give them an example, bro.
Go ahead.
And that's a lot of people don't understand what happened with Tank and Micah.
Uh-huh.
Like people people got to understand that it's also hate for the similar position.
Mm-hmm.
People think it's sweet. It's not sweet. Witten would tear your head off to start.
Right.
He would step on you quick to start. Like
Mm-hmm.
all these people that think these locker rooms are everybody just I'm giving you all my competitive advantages. No,
Mm-mm.
it don't work like that. When Michael was the young buck, Tank, rightfully so, it's gonna be like this dude coming for my job, and he not gonna
Mm-hmm.
be cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's natural. This what happened to me, y'all. When I got to the University of Houston, my roommate was a snitch. He used to literally record us. I used to smoke a little weed. Okay, I used to smoke a little weed. Right? Guess who snitched on me? My teammate, my
Mm-hmm.
roommate, played cornerback with me. Snitched on
Mm-hmm.
stuff I did on my own time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, I played with another dude named Jason Parker. This dude was named William Fields. I played with another dude named Jason Parker, played corner. He like my brother to this day.
Mm-hmm.
To this day. Now, one guy I'm competing against, he doing whatever he can to have an advantage. Like he knew how to read 3-step before I did. That's where you
Mm-hmm.
read the quarterback to get a clue of the route that's coming. We was watching film, Tuck. It's my freshman year. He got a pick and took it to the crib. I've always been observant, and so I'm watching. I say, bro, you broke on that before the receiver came out his break. We looking at the film. I
Mm-hmm.
said, how you do that? Like, cause I'm like, bro, you broke on that before the receiver even stopped.
Right.
And he was like, oh, I just guessed. So then guess what? His coach in high school was the strength and conditioning coach at Miami. Then he became the cornerback coach at the University of Houston. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when he taught us how to read 3-step. And so
Mm-hmm.
then he was like, you motherfucker, bro.
Right,
You know what I
right. They want
mean?
that advantage, bro.
He
They want.
wanted
It's
that,
funny
but
because
he was
I'm
saying the
not going to
same.
teach you so you can take my job. Right. It's
Right,
just
I'm not gonna teach you. You a real threat. You
right,
good. So if I teach you this, you gonna start taking pics to the crib too.
right.
And you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And
And so
also
that's
like
what
you're
the
saying,
locker
Tim,
room is
it
really like.
happens in the corporate world too. It happened to me, bro. When I first got my big sales role, I went to our number one sales guy, like, hey man, you mind if I listen and shadow your calls? He's like, I don't let people shadow in, right? And I was like, well,
Yes.
damn, they told me to kind of listen to some people, you know what I'm saying, to kind of learn the cadence and everything. Ask them for months. Can I listen to you shadow your calls? Right? Boom, boom, boom. No, no, no. Kept turning me down, right? So what if my guests figured out I can go pull your calls from the data file and listen to them. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the database, bro, and pulled up all of his calls, used his language, figured out everything, and then eventually it was off to the races. You know, so what did he go do? Complain, How did he pull my files? How did he pull my phone? They all recorded phone calls, bro. They all recorded phone calls. You know what I'm saying? We're on recorded line. You know what I'm saying? So all I had to do was find the monitor who monitors our phone calls and say, hey, can you pull some of these calls for me to listen to? But see, yeah, it's that same thing. Whether it was Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers or Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, these guys are competitors, bro.
Yes, it's
And
it.
they don't like this change. They don't like, okay, this young kid's coming in. And like I said, the same thing is going to happen to Micah some years down the road. We're going to get some new guy. He going to come in there causing havoc. He going to have swagger. Everybody's going to want his jersey. And everyone was saying, well, Micah's old now. We should move on from Micah. We need to, and he's going to feel some type of way. His competitive spirit's going to kick in.
Yeah, and that's the real locker room. The problem is
hold on, boss. Let me get to the super chat real quick. Appreciate your super chat, bro. Do you think we can have two different voices of leadership? I think Micah needs to be the vocal leader because Dak came across. He's burnt out with the noise. He needs to fall back and focus on his game. Yeah, 1000%. I like that Micah is being the. I want Micah to take the bullets. I feel like he's strong enough to do it. To let Dak focus on Dak. Now it's going to be hard because, of course, they always going to gun for Dak. But I would love for Micah to step up front, be the vocal leader, take all the, you know what I'm saying, scrutiny that comes with it, and let Dak kind of fade to the back and kind of do his thing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree.
The biggest problem is this, bro. It's the acting that's going on in that's the big problem. It's the fake. It's the acting. So the problem is you got Tuck who been in locker rooms and can give you real war stories. You got me who been in locker rooms and can give you real war stories. But you got a lot of people that's loud about Mike and them who ain't played.
Right.
And
At all.
So and they talking to a lot of people that ain't played. The only way that you will know the difference between the two is to know the backgrounds of them.
Right.
Tuck don't brag about his background. I don't brag about I played D1 all damn day. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We just talk ball, right? Because we play ball, we able to smell you when you a band member. It's like, nah, bro, you spending too much time on that to actually have been in the locker room. Because if you've been in the locker room, you would have had this weak ass righteous outrage that you do. Because you would already know that all these locker rooms got issues. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you can't trust some of these people because now what they want to do is say, hey, my bad. My bad. It's like, nah, bro, you did months and months and months of a hit job on him. You can't just reverse that, especially when they starting to now attack Micah. It's like, nah, bro, you should have been like what we was doing, 877 pay Micah now.
Right.
You should have been on that. Because see, the people who was on that, what we was really fighting for is to get Micah paid early so that we can have no excuses on the first week of free agency. But they spend so much time on that bullshit and they're supposed to be cheerleaders for front office doing what they should have been doing.
Right.
It's the acting that's really fucking it up.
That and exactly, bro. Because these same people, when it's something positive, where we're trying to get something done, they're never an ally. You know what I'm saying? They're never an ally, and it's because it's that selfishness that it's not my idea. They don't know some of these ideas. It's been a collaborative idea, and we don't care whose idea it was. It wasn't damn. I wish I would have thought about spam lamb. No, landlord says spam lamb, hashtag spam lamb, get seed the ball. I'm behind it, get seed the ball, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? That no Kellen Moore, right? We was all behind. It doesn't matter where it came from, but some of these people are so selfish. They're focused on their self, bro, and not the ultimate goal, which is helping this Dallas Cowboys team win. Because like you said, even us being in the locker room as content creators, just as men, we bump heads a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand there's a big war going on between the weapons versus the trenches. And we all in there banging, but it's coming from a place of respect, bro. It's coming, I respect what you're saying, boss, but I disagree. So respect what you're saying, Lou, my dog, but I disagree. It's not coming from a place of disrespect where Jay Tuck needs to be right and the Cowboys went wide receiver, so that's why y'all should listen to me and not Lou and boss. No, it's an open discussion because we're all trying to find solutions to fix this.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's where we're at right now. We're trying to find solutions. So yeah, it's gonna be okay. Well, maybe I see what you say. So maybe let's come to a compromise. So if we go guard in the first round, we damn sure better go wide receiver in the second. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's one of those types of conversations where we're all trying to piece together the puzzle to find a
That's
way
it.
to fix this team. And Vach said it best. The reason why we have to have these strong conversations because they won't go get it.
That's right.
You know what I'm
Vosh
saying?
said it. It's like a
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to
We
Vosh.
we we have to come
He
up with a
said it.
campaign and say, hey, Dak needs some help. You know what I'm saying? We got to
Right.
come up with a whole slogan, hashtag, t-shirts just to try to get our quarterback some help. You know what I'm
And so,
saying?
like this, that A7 say pay Micah now, that didn't come from me.
Right,
That didn't come from Tuck.
right,
We committed to not even tell people who it came from. I want
right,
to with all my heart to tell him because I feel like
right,
he deserved it. You feel
right,
me? Because
right,
that campaign was dope.
right.
But we said together, man, we got to keep this because it's not about us. These campaigns, because that's what make people egos get into it when they start
Right,
thinking, oh, that was Tuck shit or that was
right,
boss shit. It's like,
right,
no, it actually wasn't. It's
right,
basically it's a campaign. I still don't know to this day who came up with no killing. I swear to God,
right,
I don't know.
right, right.
I don't
I just
know
saw
who
the
came up with it.
hashtag and said, let's get it. I retweeted.
Yeah, I just started doing it. It was, but I did it so much, people start thinking it was me. It's like, no,
Right,
I didn't, bro. I
right,
just got behind a good idea,
right.
So like the whole thing, man, is, and that's why honestly I was like, Tug, get your ass off vacation, bro. I was like, damn, I wish I could get on vacation
I'm
because,
about to go back, dog.
ah,
Oh,
damn,
nah, I'm gonna be, but yeah, man, I just think that our space just needs a reset. You know what I'm saying? Like in corporate world, called a relationship timeout. I think that's where we're at, man. People got to really understand, like, what are you in it for? It's like Rome just said, right? Community is bigger than individuals. It's a lot
right?
bigger than individuals. It's not about me. It's about this team. And I
This
know
thing,
that sounds crazy to people, and it's not just about my self promotion. Like hell no, bro. It's about how can we? I'm tired of losing. Y'all know how competitive this we is, bro. Like I'm competitive as it is, bro. Like I've lose a game in Madden, and I might not even talk to you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to win. So if Boss has a right idea that I think can help us win, I'm not going to be opposed for it because it didn't come from me. You know what I'm saying?
right?
And I think that's where people who get in this space who might not even be Cowboys fans, they kind of once again just come slaves the algorithm. They might have talked to Chat GBT and said, "What's the most searched franchise on YouTube?" and said the Cowboys and said, "Shoot, I'm gonna rock with it, right?" But for us who've kind of been here and been the foundation, we want to win. It's about putting the best ideas and coming together. I don't give a damn who it comes from. If it works, it works. And if I believe it can really help us, I'm behind it.
Let me say one thing, see, because people got me messed up, man. People really start thinking I was offensive line versus weapons. It's like, no, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we having a show today with Lou, um, Vach, and the OC.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm finna pepper their ass.
Right.
You feel me? I'm finna shoot them down, bro. Like, not in a bad way. I got real questions about 12
Right.
because I'm a cornerback. So it's like if I can put together these offensive linemen who played and coached it,
Mm-hmm.
they go clarify some stuff for me.
Right.
Like for instance, one thing Lou said that stuck with me. He said, "Boss, 21 reps on a lineman, regardless of arm length, ain't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
You supposed to be able to bang that."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't quite know if that's true, right? So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
well, let me run that by Voch. Let me run that also by the OC. Let's get some more people in on this talk. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'm not trying to be right,
Well, not to cut you off, boss, but get some more people on this talk who've known and played the position.
right. See, because I'm a quarterback. So
Right.
who the fuck I think I am to be
Right.
trying to school them? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. On offensive
Certainly,
line. You're right.
yeah, let me try to get these guys together. Thank God they all did it, right? And they doing it
Mhm.
today. And I put on Twitter, I say, I do 99% of talking on my podcast. I guarantee I'm going to do 99% listening today. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because I'm still trying to get 12 right. And I
Right.
like Booker, but Booker got some shit that I need to also, you know what I'm saying,
Work on.
address. It's
Right.
like, your RAS score is also some issues, brother.
Right.
So just like I was combing through Ted,
Right.
it's Booker time.
Right.
And it's going
Right.
to be every one of their time. until it's time for the draft. It's like, this is 12. You can't fuck with 12. It ain't no favorites of 12. 12 ain't who I like and what my fucking ideal is. Get on with that shit. No, it's about now let's be detailed. Let's, like, you got to comb through all the potential pros and cons. This is 12. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things to where I'm looking forward to, because I know I'm going to come out at least way smarter, because they going to answer my questions. And I'm going to pepper their ass today. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Lou said this, you said this. What's going on with this? What's up with this guy from going from a left to right? When does that work? When does that not work? You know, when does it work for you? When have you seen it not work? Like, I'm finna pepper their ass, you know? But what's going to happen is, from that, I guarantee all of us go come out of it better. Like, everybody
come out of it better.
We go, so next year when I scout, I'm going to be way better looking at offensive linemen and defensive linemen, because I had to spend one day completely humbling myself to guys who played or coached that position. You
1,000%.
So, and I want to say this about the environment. The environment is what it is now. We can't change it. So it's almost like the political environment. You ain't going back. We are, but we got to be determined to win whatever environment it is. Yes, this whole Dallas Cowboys environment is totally different. It was built. It's a reason why James Slater easily engaged with any one of us. Right? That wasn't always the case.
Not the case. It took me 2 Super Bowls for it to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it was the foundation and it was the years of professionalism. It was the years of Tuck standing on his facts on what he researched. Then all of a sudden inviting a few of them on some shows. Then they go toe to toe with you and they say, damn, Tuck can fight. So we get Clarence Hill and we get all these people, Michael Gilk and all these people come on the final word and all that kind of stuff. And they come out and say, damn, them boys could fight. So then new dudes come in and they like, shit, these media people engage with us in these. Who built that?
Who laid that foundation?
That foundation of respecting new media came from all that real work that we was doing, where you couldn't deny the work. It was like, damn, Tuck hit another one. Like, so when Tuck, people get mad when Tuck say the wizard and shit, because, you know, it's some envy on that. I'm going to be honest. It's some envy, because Tuck basically said, I got another one right. That's what he's saying about a wizard. It's another prediction. If you get out your jealousy and look at what he's doing, you would recognize the talent. It's like, if you look at all the, see, this is where Tuck killed. He's a murderer when it comes to sleepers. He will kill you. And so people go look and say, damn, he hidden. So then guess what? It make it easy for me when I go approach somebody and say, hey man, I want you to come on my show. And they'll say, shit, you remind me of Tuck. Cool. But if you got somebody who out here being a clown, what's gonna start happening is, when we start saying, hey, we want you to come on my show, people gonna start being like, nah.
Because they loop us all in as one. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, right? It's just like, I mean, like this, like political, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. If we as a group of black men and we conducting ourselves as professional, if you see one black man out there acting a fool and cutting up, they gonna say, them black men, them black fathers, or them, you know what I'm saying? We get lumped in as content creators. So people who come into this game, bro, they don't understand the sacrifices that we've all gone through just to gain. That's why I tell people, even with the draft wizard stuff, that shows how much I had to be accurate just to even get a smidget of respect. Just a smidget. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the work that I had to do to get a smidget of respect. Then when I go on the radio station here in Kansas City, it was like, oh, goddamn, how the president of the Chiefs and J.C. Pearson, and I know he played for Washington, to know to bring up Trent McDuffie on that show instantly. Hey, Jordan, you got anything to say? Yeah. You know, you played for Washington. What's your thoughts on Trent off the top of my head. That was the foundation that we had to go through to build the respect that we get. The shows that Boss had to produce, the research, Rome dropping videos daily, Sky doing the morning show, Vach killing it for
Literally.
all them years to finally get to
Volume.
this point. Of course, we're
Bleacher.
protective of our community.
Yeah.
You know?
And so like, and that's what I love about Vach as well as Rome. Like when they doing shit on Bleacher,
Mm-hmm.
so then it makes it easier so that if Bleacher approaches me
Right.
or I approach them, they gonna be like, we already had 2 guys that's home runs.
Right.
Let's go with 3.
Right.
It when Tuck is out there, now y'all hear me out. When Tuck is out there at Media Row, earning his own credentials, when he's able to go to the combine on his own credentials, because he had to fight for 5 years. How long did it take you to get there, bro?
5 years, bro. After being denied. I mean, all the stuff that going
5
on.
years.
5 years.
Now, guess what? It took him 5, so it could only take me 6 months.
Right.
So how we represent ourselves is important.
Mm-hmm.
How people conduct themselves is important.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it can't be about just the money. It can't be about I act a fool like this because it gets attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it gets attention and it helps your money,
Right.
but you're hurting the community. Like you're
Right.
hurting, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all that stuff, bro.
Right.
You can, anybody that's doing too much that's extra, whether we making up shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's a lot of stuff that's going on now. A lot of people don't take facts as serious as we used to in this space.
Right.
Like we used to compete hard on facts. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now facts, fuck facts. And see,
Right.
that's what's making it. That's what he mean by new media is dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
we can't become a space to where I can say anything and I'm gonna just backtrack out of it whenever I
Right.
want to. It's
Right.
like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, it's no that kills what actually made us. You
Right.
feel me? What
Right.
made us was oh, y'all lie, we tell the truth.
Right. We were
Y'all make
separation.
up shit on Micah. Y'all make up shit on Micah. We give you the facts of what's really going on.
Right.
And see, that's what started building us. That's what started building our numbers and shit. Because people start being like, damn, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
The voluntary workouts was the same thing that
Right.
they hate Micah for now? Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We hated
So
for it.
you mean Zach Martin missed it? Yes. Yes. Here's the source.
Right.
Here's the
The
source.
articles. And here's
Here's
the
the article.
articles. The articles are on the same publication. I
Right.
got them from the Dallas News. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got them from
yeah.
your site.
Ain't that sad? .com got still to this day that Zach Martin missed voluntary OTAs, but then they got somebody on the radio today saying, "Well, Micah needs to show up and get your
Right.
ass up for voluntary workouts."
Right. Yeah. And it's like
Yeah,
I'm just
so
like,
it's like,
bro, like it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I just think like that's where we're at. And I just think that, our space, I don't want to say I coined the phrase new media because I'm not sure if someone used it before, but I kind of just, brought it to the attention, made the merch off of it. It was like I felt like we were refreshing from what we was getting. You know what I'm saying? I knew when I watched Sky in the morning, I'm getting some content that ain't nobody talked about. I knew when I watched Vach, I knew I was getting something new. I knew when I watched you and I watched Law and I watched Mark and I watched Steve, I was getting something that was refreshing from the normal, typical stuff that we was getting. You know what I'm saying? So relish in your superpower, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Relish in your superpower, and you don't have to be lazy. If some days there's not a video to talk about, just go live and do a live Q&A like I'm doing now. You don't have
yeah,
to force and make something up and speak highly about negativity when it's not really that. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that. So I feel like a lot of people lost their way. I get it. You got to make the clicks, and you know what I'm saying, and to feed your family. But I'm just like, I just don't understand it, boss, to be honest with you. But maybe maybe we're just different, because we came in the game different. Like we came in the game different where I know, okay, boss text me at 3, I gonna be on the final word. Okay, well shit, you gotta what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta come prepared, because if I don't come prepared, I'm gonna look like a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? But that's what all made us stronger. When we were doing the draft shows, I had to break down every player that we gonna talk about when we go to those positions to make sure I was able to hold my own. You see what I'm saying? And that's what made the community better. I know if I'm gonna go talk draft with Vaj or Foots or somebody, I gotta be on my P's and Q's. I can't be like, oh, I never saw him play, or only watched one game, or I never heard of him. Like, nah, bro, I gotta have everything lined up, bro. And Big Sarge, we're not sneak dissing AOC, bro. Like, there's no need to sneak diss AOC. I got no problems with AOC. If I want to say AOC's fucking name, I'll say it. Y'all know that. I got no problems with that. It's multiple people in
Sarge
the
is trying
community,
to
bro.
wire you up, bro. He will wire
But
you
I'm
up.
saying, bro,
Like
but Big Sarge has followed me. He's followed me
say
long enough to know
it's
bro,
way
I never had to sneak diss somebody,
it
bro. Like,
has
you know what I'm saying?
it has no. It's one of them things to where like everybody really see what AOC does. Let's not act blind, bro.
Right,
Like we see that what he does is he'll be very aggressive when he come at you, but then he'll say when you respond, man, y'all sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But so we see that. So that's okay. That's how he do his thing, and that's okay. That's his style. Fine.
right. Yeah,
But y'all also need to stop thinking everything is directed at him or anybody else. We
right,
talking about the space, okay? The
right.
space itself, and it's way more than just him in the space.
There's way, and I don't think
Because
the
I've
fans
seen so
really
many
know that.
people do that also, like to where we talking about the changes that's happening in the space, right?
Right,
And and then when you start talking about it, y'all start trying to connect the dot, you know what I'm saying?
right,
And it's one of those things that it might be AOC sometimes,
right.
and sometimes it's not.
It's
You
not.
you really don't know who we
Right.
talking about because there's a lot of this going
It's a lot
on
of
a
it.
lot of different levels. Like is he one of the biggest, right? Uh and that's doing well and got a great presentation and funny to watch. Like he's entertaining, like everybody get that. But trying to connect these dots, Big Sarge, is literally messy what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. One
So
thousand
it's
percent.
one of those things though that also it's also never good for us to single out anybody.
Right.
Anybody. It's not good to do that in the space, even if we wanted to. You know why? Because
Right.
people love sometimes both of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like I learned this from Okoye when I got into it with another content creator before.
Hmm.
He said, "Boss, don't do that, bro, because guess what? You making your fans choose."
Right.
And I was like, "Damn, you right." Like, cause then it made me start thinking. It was like when people listening to me, and then let's say if I say that Tuck, that motherfucker, man, be doing this, right?
Hmm.
It's people that love Tuck. It's
Hmm.
almost like kids. Kids don't care who started the divorce, they just don't want it.
Right. 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 Right.
So it's, you know, stop asking us to talk about specifically where we seeing this, because that ain't gonna happen. Because I'm not gonna put my kids in the drama with my wife.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that. So it's one
Right.
of those things to where, yeah, people bust heads. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People know I bust heads with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the
Right.
problem is because I had that one time I bust heads with him, every time we talking, everybody think it's him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
There's been
Or
this,
if
and
he
there's more.
talking, they'll
There's
think it's me.
and
You know what I'm
see
saying?
what
Or they'll think
happens
it's
is
Chuck.
what people is they want to play favorites and everyone and say, well, boss and Tucker talking about AOC or whatever you call his name is, and think that's exactly like you're not. Because even the flute stuff and the band stuff, that's not even who we're talking about, to be honest with y'all. But y'all jumped in and made it and tagged him, and so you feel like I'm talking about him. But I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with
Yeah.
y'all, bro.
And that's
Y'all follow me long enough. If y'all know I have problems with somebody, I will say their name. I got zero problems with saying that because I know what I bring to the community and what I also bring football content wise. But what I'm trying to prevent is when people see someone who is successful doing things the wrong way, that's going to encourage more to come. Right. So let's say, for instance, Ty wants to now be a content creator, and he's seeing 5 content creators who are shitting on Micah constantly get buzz. Well, what do you think that he's going to start doing? I'm just going to do it that way. So what we're trying to do is tell y'all there's a better way that you guys don't have to sell out and make lazy junk food content to be successful in this industry or in this space. You're going to have to
Right.
work. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to work. You're going to have to sacrifice, but that's what we're fighting against. I'm not fighting against one person. I'm fighting against the sloppiness, because what's happening in our space, you're seeing a lot of them, whether it's the Stephen A. Smiths, the Skip, they all coming down to YouTube, and the more and more of them are starting to infiltrate our space. You know what I'm saying? And even with the Dallas Cowboys, you're seeing a lot of those people all of a sudden start pick up a microphone and gain some ground. And now they got a podcast too, and they bringing them same things that they were bringing from the stations or from the .coms into the community and pump. That's what we're fighting against. It ain't just one person.
Yeah.
It ain't just one person.
And let me
Like,
say
yeah.
this, and this stuff, like everything that I said publicly, I said also to AOC.
Right.
You
I've
know what I'm
had
saying?
phone calls with them too.
So it's one of those things to where, like, I told him specifically the problem that I had. I said, bro, stop doing that extra stuff. The
Right.
laughing emojis, the all caps. And I said, if you do that, nobody gonna have no problem with you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And Tyrone Church said it best. He said, be careful, the fans be putting y'all against each other. Yeah,
Right.
they
Yeah.
do
Oh
that.
yeah.
Like
That's what they want. That's what they
it's a
want.
lot of that. And it's like we not gonna be fake and act like we don't out sometimes we don't bust heads. Like, yes, sometimes cats go get into it. We told this story a million times how me and Tuck almost got into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it would have been bad if West Coast didn't intervene. We probably wouldn't have been friends to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It happened. So it's like, it's one of those things to where, you know, uh, you know, he's talented. Like, everybody got like, I recognize that. Everybody recognizes that. He's funny. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to grow. He got experience growing YouTubes. You know what I'm saying? He's good. So nobody hating on that. Like, I actually know that it's actually good business when people are growing in our space, because it causes more of my videos to be recommended to their people.
Right.
That's why I never understood hating on people growing. You want everybody. I want people to get up to 1 million subs, because I want the YouTube algorithm to say, hey, if y'all like Tuck, who got 1 million, hey, take a look at this guy right here named Boss.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hating on people's growth is the stupidest thing you can do if you in this business. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
So it's one of them.
And
But
see,
we
people
also
don't
have to believe
understand,
in
because
faith.
I see you start saying, right, it would be easier just to let them create their content however they like, and you create their content however you like. I could do that. I honestly could do that, right? But once again, goes back to being a leader. I've made it. Let's keep it a buck, bro. I've made it. I'm credentialed. I'm Super Bowl. I gotta jump off this call and jump on a phone call with Dez Bryant here in a few minutes, right? So I've made it. If I didn't care about the community, I would let y'all burn this thing down, and no matter what, Tuck is good. But who is looking up for the angries trying to come up here? Who's looking up for the JCs and the Lou's of the quality content creators trying to come up in the space? If they tear this thing down, there's nothing going to be left for them. You know what I'm saying? There's the respect is going to be gone for them. The respect's going to be gone for the up and comers who want to get into this space, because then it's going to be looked at as a joke. I'm already good. I can never drop another YouTube video today and I would still be set. You see what I'm saying? Because I've made it out. But who's going to be fighting for those people who really deserve it? So if y'all come in here and make a mockery of the foundation that the Laws and the Shangos and the Mark Holmes and the Vaches and the Skies and everyone has built, that's what y'all are going to have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all are going to have to deal with. I don't have to deal with it no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, I could be pompous. I could be arrogant. I could take advice from my mentors and say, Tuck, just leave it alone. You good. Don't have to deal with nobody no more. Don't have to do shows with nobody. But I care about this community because this is where I come from. This is my home. Without this community, I would not be where I'm at. So I don't want to see it. It's like if you moved out of your hood and you moved to the suburbs, you still care about people, your friends and your family back in the hood and what's going on. You see what I'm saying? That's what people are missing out on. Like, damn, I made it out the hood. I'm saying I became a pro football player, and I live in a good community. But damn, my cousin's there, my family's still there. You know what I'm saying? My people I went to high school with still there, and they trying to make it out. So I still care about what's going back on in the community. It's the same thing when it comes to this cowboy space. But all of it is toxic and pollution and people indulge in junk food content and all. It's going to be harder for the people who really are trying to make it out to really cut through and be respected. So that's what I'm saying. Now, I could, I could, you know what I'm saying? And Lord knows I've thought about it. We're like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And it's be chilling, but no, I care about this space. Boss cares about this space. Rome cares about this space. And we care because we know the sacrifices it took to build what we see today.
And I say this, even above the space that I love, bro, I want to win, bro.
I want to win.
This is what I want everybody to understand about me and Tuck, because I rock with Tuck enough to know I can say what I'm getting ready to say. This is a contact sport. Winning is a contact sport. This is what I mean by that. Every now and then we go all box.
Right.
I'm talking about we go all box. So, like for instance, Rome, my boy Rome, he had me rolling. When we had that debate Sunday, bro, Rome said, I was fussing at my phone.
Right.
He didn't agree with it. He didn't agree with our side of it. And so he said, y'all got to run that back. Y'all got to run it back.
Right.
Because he was like, I don't like the ideal, and I'm willing to box y'all over that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? We'll get it, you know? But that's because he loved the Cowboys, and he like, man, I ain't gonna let y'all fuck me up with this old guard shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So because he loved the team, he
Right.
like, no, run that back, bro. I got something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a healthy confrontation.
Healthy.
The problem is when it becomes unhealthy.
Right.
That's the only problem.
That's the only problem.
It's when it becomes unhealthy. So if I disagree with Rome and I say, bro, that's a stupid ass idea. Right. See, now that I don't attacked him. I done basically said he's stupid.
Right.
Now I could have just said the same thing without the extra shit. I could have just said
that's all it is. And we said that to AOC. So y'all won't say we said that numerous times on the phone. You can disagree, but all that knee pads and glazing, I'm not going from that from anybody. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it has to be. Hey, bro. Hey, boss. I know you want an offensive guard, bro. I disagree. I want to go weapons. I don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. That's all you have to do. But you glazing. Oh, you on your knees for Tyler Booker. Oh, we're not doing none of that. So I'm talking about that. And just like Rome was saying, the crabs I don't have to tear down boss to lift myself up. If I have to do that, then I'm not good at what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and that's what people don't understand. When you really come into space and you do it the right way, it's my teammate. Boss or Vach on the draft show right now. That's my win. That's my win, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my win. Me at the Super Bowl interviewing the Super Bowl MVP. That's Boss's win. That's Rome's win. If you're doing this the right way. Now it could be salty. Why is Vach on the draft show? I mean, if you look at my resume for the past few years, my draft resume. Hell no. That's Vach, bro.
That's Vach.
That's Vach in a do-rag on the Dallas Cowboys draft show.
With a do-rag.
You know what I'm saying?
Change that out.
So that is my win, bro. Skywalker having one of the best morning shows. That's my win, bro.
That's our win.
That's our win. That's my teammate. That's my dog when I see Aisha on national TV right now. She comes from our space, bro. That's from my hood. I know her when she first called into my show for the very first time. You see what I'm saying? So that's the mentality that people lose, but you could have that selfishness where, man, that should be me. That should be me. That should be me. That should be me. I don't know why they picked Vach over me on the draft. Hell nah, bro. That's Vach on the Dallas Cowboys draft show.
And see, and I'm gonna just tell everybody honestly, bro. This is how I am. Because I care about winning, I will box anybody on what I believe.
Right.
This is why that's important. You can't be sloppy. Me and you gonna have some problems. You can't come out and just be like, that boy say boss still crying about his head. That's funny.
Oh, you got cooked, bro. You got
The
cooked.
hell no, man. We won that. We won that. But check this out.
I don't know how, dog.
No, I'll bet. No, hey, hey,
We can run it back. You know what I'm saying? We
we
can run
gonna
it
have to
back.
run it back. We gonna have to
Yeah.
run it back, and
Yeah.
then it's gonna probably be a different fight by the time we might be fighting about corner.
Right.
You don't never know what the fuck I'm gonna do, especially while I'm still in research mode. But let me say this though, I'm not gonna let you when I'm lobbying for ideas that I really research.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna let you be like, Cooper Kupp is best for the Cowboys, but you winging it.
Mhm. Right.
If you didn't actually look at his tape, then I'm gonna be at odds with you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Rome
I
said you got to come on cover 3. Y'all don't. We can't jump them though. We can't jump them though, Ro. Because I know all 3 of us team weapons. You know what I'm saying? We can't jump my dog boss. You know what I'm saying?
hey, I'm with it, bro. I would take it, bro. Cause see, that's my whole point. Is we supposed to do that? Like I supposed to show up. Cause see, and this what makes us different. When we disagree, I will fucking show up to cover 3, bro.
Right.
I won't dodge
Right.
that shit.
Right.
I'll be right there and be like, bro, no, I'm standing on that. And
Send
this
the
is
link.
why.
Send the link.
Send a link. Shit.
Right.
Like I did my research, bro. Now, if y'all bust my ass, it's gonna have to be with facts.
Right.
And this is what's gonna happen though. If y'all bust my ass and be like, man, look at Booker Rad's score, look at his bench press. You know, I know you're on the film, but hey, I got some issues with that. I'm gonna say, hey, I can't deny that, bro.
Right.
See, because it's about winning. It's not about me win. It's about the Cowboys winning.
Right.
So if you bust me in my mouth with a fact, I'm gonna just say, yeah, you landed that.
Right.
That's because I embraced the confrontation. But at the end of the day, it's about the ideal winning. It's not about me. It's about
the idea.
We fought this out. Now, after the fight, who had the most accurate, detailed breakdown of what's the best way forward?
Right.
Now, if you whoop my ass, I'm gonna say you gonna think that I started your campaign because I'm gonna immediately turn and get behind you.
Right.
But what I see going on is, boss like Keenan Allen.
So I don't mess with balls.
I like Cooper Kupp.
Right.
Boss like Keenan Allen. So I like Brandon Cooks.
Right.
Boss like guard. So I'm a like tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that type of competition ain't about the idea. That type of competition is about content creator versus content creator and who go get the most clout when this play out.
Right.
So, so it's one of those things that confrontation is gonna happen if you trying to win. Like Rome is dead ass serious when he just put in his comment, you lucky I wasn't there. Cause what he's saying is, boy, you had me hot. I want to fight you with that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I know when we fight, Rome ain't gonna be with no extra shit. I know that. Rome ain't gonna be with that. Man, that's stupid as fuck, boss. If anything, he gonna say, I disagree, bro.
Right.
I disagree. Let me tell
I'm
you
not,
what.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I still,
It don't make sense to me because what we gonna do about a weapon, right?
Right.
And he gonna ask that, and then then it's my opportunity to explain my point of view, but it's not gonna be no extra on the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people don't want to compete with me, Tuck or Rome, on these ideas. Because if you really want to compete with us, you'll face us.
We know that's
You know
not
what I'm
gonna
saying?
happen, dog. We know that's right.
You
Tag
face
whoever,
us.
dog.
You be like, if you really disagree, send a link. And Cass ain't gonna send no links. Because
They're
if you
not gonna
send a
send no
link,
link. They damn sure
I
ain't gonna
will.
send no link, bro. I didn't put up thousands of dollars. they,
Yeah.
they still ain't send no link, which I get it. I understand it because because it's easy to go back and forth on Twitter where it's just typing, got your fan base kind of sitting there egging you on. But when you got to sit down on these cameras and these microphones and really have a conversation, it's different.
It's different.
Here's the thing I tell people all the time, right? When I first came into this, as a content creator back in 2020. I remember my guy Sid, Canadian Cowboys. This is my dog Sid. He hit me up. It's like, yo, let's jump on the show real quick with Philly Notion. And he gonna bring us, we're gonna do an Eagles Cowboys roundtable, right? So it's like a Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Improv. All right, bet. What time? Like, oh, it's like in 30 minutes. Like, okay, cool. Jumped on. And salute to my dog, Gate City. You know what I'm saying? He does phenomenal content when it comes to the Eagles. Bro, he had a stack of papers. He had notes. He had timestamps on the field. And when we was going through these Eagles versus Cowboys conversations, bro, he kicked our ass. Where I was, all I could do was yell and scream and, yeah, Eagles suck. But when the last time y'all won a ring and blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Y'all trash and y'all only got one ring. And bro, I was huffing and puffing just to get our ass up out of there because we was getting cooked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's when it clicked. Tuck, don't you ever go on a show that unprepared ever again in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I had to learn about EPA and dive into DVOA and get my analytics game and how did I access the film and, you know, because we got he beat our ass. I said, he's like, I didn't know he was going to be on the show. I was like, well, damn, dog. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming with it. So it's like when people say, oh, Tucky Flick can challenge anybody. No, I'm not saying I can challenge anybody, but I'm saying if you're going to come with it on this camera, you gotta know everything we done talked about. I've already researched 3 times. You know what I'm saying? With that Zeke shit, I already looked at the Boston. I already looked at the miles per hour. I had the tool to do it. You know what I'm saying? To show these types of conversations, I can show you the measurables. I showed you guys the software that I use. I'm more than clipped up. So you're going to have to be able to have those conversations on cam. And for a lot of people, they don't want to put their credibility on the line because they know it's going to be different.
Yeah, and I wanted to say something based on what you started. When I first was listening to you today, Tug, that you talked about, you brought up selling out, right? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of content creators in here, and it's gonna be some people that want to be content creators. I want to explain some things that can cause us to sell out that we got to be careful of. Mm-hmm. You got to be careful because you can sell out the Cowboys a lot of ways. One way you can sell out the Cowboys if you become a slave to your subs. Mm-hmm. I mean, because you see, we grow a certain kind of way, and you start developing a sub based on the presentation that you started with. Mm-hmm. But then they start demanding that type of presentation from you. So when you got to flip it, you then feel like you can't because they have become addicted to one style. So like, for instance, it's certain people, they grow because the only thing they do is whenever something go bad, they go off on the Cowboys. We fucking suck. We sorry. Right. So you grew like that. So now when it's time to say, hey, they doing good, them people don't want to hear that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you begin to become
or the we lost angry reaction after the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Or you start pandering to the subs that you built because you was always the person that was positive. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now you don't know how to hold the Cowboys account. Right. So guess what you start doing? You can't be honest with your subs. You can't say, you got to go say Jack Sanborn is the steal of the draft. Right. I mean, free agency is like, bro, I can't be honest with y'all. Right. I can't be honest with y'all and say, hey, I don't know, bro. The dude only had 35 tackles and only in a whole season and played mostly special teams. Right. Now, because I built y'all on being Mr. Positive, now I got to go right back to this old bullshit and overselling. You know what I mean? And so now I looked at the corner from Buffalo Tuck. I looked at him and I'm like, bro, his twitch is bad. It's bad. Right. But if I'm somebody that built on always being ambitious about everybody that we acquire, I can't say, hey, y'all, this dude right here, bro, he needs some work. Right. You know what I'm saying? No. So you can sell out because of your subs. Another way you can sell out the Cowboys is when you're not willing to confront bad ideas or what you think is a bad idea. See, I love Wrong because you know why? They'll confront me. If they feel like God is bad, them boys like, send a link. Send a link. You know what I'm saying? Because they not gonna sell out the Cowboys because of their relationship with me. Right. You feel me? So, but I know it's content creators out there that'll protect each other. So it'll
Mhm.
be, oh, Tuck like this guy, so I'm not gonna speak about that guy.
Right.
I'm not gonna
Right.
speak. Tyler Booker is Boss's guy, so his rascal ain't shit. But I ain't gonna say nothing because Boss. See, now you selling out because of your relationship. So you'll sell out because
Right.
of your subs. You'll
Right.
sell out because of your relationships. So you know what I'm saying. So now I start talking like Tuck because I don't want to fuck up my relationship with Tuck. So
Right.
guess what? Networking calls you to sell out. The
Right.
last thing that it calls you to sell out is money.
Mhm.
That's the last thing that it calls you to sell out. It's where you selling out the Cowboys to where I'm telling y'all what y'all want to hear
Mhm.
versus what you need to
Need to
hear.
hear.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So,
Facts.
so, so I need to tell y'all, hey, we need some more linebacker depth because that dude, Jack, we really don't know what he is. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
honest with you, right?
Mhm.
Nah. So no, the money says sell him.
Right.
Tell him he's gonna be, the money says take this journeyman ass cornerback and be
Mhm.
like, he can take Diggs out. You
Right.
know, the money makes you do that because
Right.
because we know what sells. Guess what the fans want? They want optimism.
They want
Every
optimism.
offseason, every offseason, if you want to grow, let me tell you a dirty way to grow.
He gonna
Talk good about
he gonna give you all
everything
the
we
sauce. He
do.
give me all the sauce. He gonna give you all the sauce. So I mean, you can do it right now. If you do it right
You'll
now,
grow.
yeah,
You'll grow.
you grow hella
Just
fast. If I did a Miles Sanders film breakdown showing why I think he can be RB1 in Dallas right now and showing all his positive plays, I guarantee you it would probably go over 10,000 right now.
easily,
Yeah.
easily,
Dallas Cowboys get still with Miles Sanders, new RB1 in Dallas.
right?
Show you what he
Yeah,
did in Philly. All that, all of that.
yeah, yeah. So as
You know?
content creator, I ain't finna sell out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And because I know why I'm in this. I'm in
Mhm.
this because I started this because I want to win,
Right.
and I'm still in this because I want to win. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I already know confrontation come with it. I already know
Mhm.
that. So it's like sometimes me and Tug will be on the same time, sometimes we
Sometimes we're
not.
not. Right.
But that's part of winning. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But what Tuck has displayed and what I've displayed is when Tuck is right, I say, damn, bro, you was right. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Or
Yep.
that's a good point, bro. I didn't see that. Thank you for
Right.
making me aware of that so that I can stop pushing out garbage. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yep.
So, I mean, but in terms of the space, and this ain't one person, this is just the space, period. The money is going to cause a lot of people to be lazy. Okay.
Mhm.
So just chasing the algorithm is going to cause, because people, they want to hear a certain kind of content. The
It's a
money is what's going
cycle.
to make people, yeah, it's going to
It's a
make people.
cycle.
But this is what I know going to happen in the short term and the long term. That's going to play out because when
Mhm.
you chase money like that, what's going to happen is when they make a wrong turn or
Mhm.
wrong move, and
Mhm.
you was like the win, and you went with the win, you gonna lose your credibility when it don't work out.
Right, because what happens, boss, when everyone's talking all that positive stuff and we have 5 wins, 6 wins, they don't want to hear that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because remember throughout the season, bro, you don't give a damn what you put out. Cowboys fans ain't want to hear it. So then that's when people struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know what I'm saying? So when you gotta now speak the truth and be like, nah, we're not good right now, they don't want to hear it. So you gotta keep your, like I said, your subs kind of balanced. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of us, some people struggle with it. You know what I'm saying? I do it blatantly where people think, I think my subs kind of used to like, nah, bro, Tuck gonna tell us the truth. Whether, you know what I'm saying, he gonna tell us,
Right.
I ain't taking him over 11 games this year. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is, take it or leave it, right? But you got to get them conditions. Like, say, for instance, no knock the Scooter, I love Scooter, right? Let's say I did content like Scooter, which is all funny videos, right? I can't come off that and start doing film breakdown. Y'all gonna be like, where the funny videos, bro? You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's why you have to work on different things. Me just being entertaining can only get you so far. Then I gotta get to the film, but I don't want to just be a film guy. So then I can kind of do a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Where I just give y'all direct face-to-face content. And then I might bang with Eagles fans here and there for a little bit. I'm not gonna give y'all too much of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be balanced, because if not, your flame's going to burn out quick, because people are going to get tired of the same act. So So yeah, but yo, boss man, appreciate you jumping on. I gotta jump on this car real
Yeah,
quick,
man,
yo.
glad
For
you
everyone
back,
see,
bro.
huh?
I said glad you back, real talk, bro.
Hey man, appreciate it, man. So it's back to work, man. Like we appreciate all of y'all, man. Boss, for everyone seeing you for the first time on Dog, let everybody know they can find you.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters, on all the
Appreciate it.
platforms.
Yeah,
And we
definitely
got
check
a.
out.
Can I get a cheap plug real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in. First, Rome goes on usually around 6 p.m. Central. Y'all definitely support the homie. Rome is a. I love Rome, man, because Rome. I
Yeah.
love how Rome do it because Rome is he serves and it's the dopest shit in the world. Like he a king in a space, but every time he come in anybody's space, he comes humble as hell, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing y'all always do is y'all hit that like, y'all hit that sub. He come in not pushing his chest out. He come in like, hey, I'm here to help y'all guys out. He go
Mm-hmm.
flood you with all kind of his people and stuff like that. So he come on at 6. So y'all make sure y'all support him.
Yeah.
So tonight we talking offensive line at 8, and I was able to book Vox, which I mean this. A goal of mine was to try to put the OC, Lou, and Vox together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And pepper them with questions. So that's happening tonight. And I'm excited about that because I know we go all come out of that smarter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just excited because, you know, I've learned a much bigger respect for offensive line because of my co-host and just my years of study. So at 8 o'clock, if make sure y'all show up to that because I think this is gonna be very enlightening and it's gonna help us going forward. So
Right.
yeah, thank you for letting me plug that, brother.
Oh no, absolutely, bro. Y'all definitely tune in. 'Cause like I said, that's the important piece to make sure that when you watch whoever's content, right, that you leaving with something. You leaving 1% better, something that you didn't know or something you didn't understand. Leave with something. And I think that's important. You mentioned Rome. I think that's another thing that a certain cluster of our community we do. We show love. You might see me in Boston. You probably gonna see me and Rome in Boston chat tonight doing the same thing, just sitting back, chilling, vibing. You know what I'm saying? Or you might see me in law, or you might see me in and that's the thing. Like you'll see us. It's not just, hey, I'm in the chat, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro. I'm gonna say, okay, let's see what y'all really talking about when it comes to this offensive line. It's about brothers and sisters coming together, united for one cause, which is to help this Dallas Cowboys, this functional as Cowboys team, win a sixth championship. And that's what it's really about. But it's the brotherhood, the sisterhood that we get from it. You can't replace that. So, it just is what it is. Like I said, I'm not speaking on anybody specific, right? No one individual. It's numerous out there, but it just is what it is. So, me personally, y'all, find me JTuck151 on all social media platforms. Got some stuff cooking up, some more draft content, some more film sessions, some more interviews, cover 3 stuff lined up. And also, we start to get into the off season, start to do a lot more teaching tutorials to kind of go over like defensive formations, coverages, different packages, all sorts of stuff. I think you guys really find that valuable. Once again, it's the content that I just enjoy to make, and that's just where we're at, man. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button. Want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Go Cowboys. Peace.